weirdness begins. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beat. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Talks like a spaz. And they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Here we go. Welcome to a Tuesday on the KVJ Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
How do we all feel today?
Great.
Good.
Right.
Okay.
I feel good, but I am worried about Panda.
You are? Oh, yeah. He took a big old L last night, huh?
He did. And so, I'm a light sleeper. And I could hear him all throughout the night getting up, tossing, turning. And I'm like, yeah, the Bills lost. That's no good.
Yeah.
And they lost to the Patriots. So it's about their division.
Oh, yeah.
And
It was a big loss last night.
The Patriots are now number one in the division. The Bills could have been that. But they didn't win, so I figured, that's why he's up and about pacing and holding himself and looking weird.
Okay.
And then this morning I get up to get ready for work, and he's like, babe, something's the matter.
Oh, no.
I've got pain, like in my back, lower back. And then now I've got pain in my groin, and it only feels good when I press on it. And I was like, oh, babe, that sounds like some sort of kidney stone.
Oh, no.
Or you just might have some Buffalo Bills, disease.
Chicken wing gas bubbles.
Yeah, he took the loss hard. He ate too many wings.
Yeah.
I don't think he had any wings last night. He didn't have anything spicy. I had to go out, so I just left him and Rocco with some cheesy pasta.
Question, has he ever had his appendix taken out?
Nope.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, no.
When my appendix was about to burst back when I was 9 years old. Almost died, to be quite honest with you. But it had that kind of feeling you're talking about. It lingered. It got worse as the night progressed. Does this sound like some of the symptoms?
Yeah.
Okay. Stomach pain? Sharp?
Groin.
Yeah, okay.
It's in the groin and the
no-
lower back.
Any nausea? Any throwing up?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
Could he have just maybe strained a muscle by all of his writhing from the loss last night?
Totally possible. I mean,
Okay.
all these things are possible. But you know me, I like to go worst case scenario.
Okay, yeah, I know you do. Yeah,
You
I'd
know
say
me.
before we get all crazy and he starts writing out his will.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as Grandma's going to come get Rocco.
Okay.
And Panda's going to truck it over to MD now.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah. Might as well figure it out now than wait. I'm not a person that waits around to see, let's see if this appendix does burst.
He gets there. He just had a fart. That's it.
Yeah. Well,
push it out.
Much better now. How much are you, Doc?
I've heard of that before. Someone going to the hospital thinking they've got major stomach something, and then they pass something, and then they're, I guess I just had to go crap. And they're
How
okay.
embarrassing.
That's got to be embarrassing.
You went to the emergency room for a vicious poo.
Yeah. Well, last night, if you were watching the game, it was the Bills taking the L last night. Hate to see the Patriots back and good again. In the same division as the Dolphins, too. And the Dolphins have been tearing it up. Told you they're to 6-7. They got a 5-game win streak going on. They're not out of it yet. So they had a vested interest in it last night. And I don't know if you're watching the game on ESPN2. They do what's called the Manning cast.
I was watching that.
Did you notice how weird it was when Dave Letterman started getting into a story about the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, how they cut away from him?
I missed the Letterman part. When I was watching it, there was some other football guy on there with him.
Okay, so they have Dave Letterman on there, and he's getting ready to tell some story, and it doesn't sound like it's going to be flattering about the commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell.
Get him, Dave.
And it's just kind of awkward how they immediately cut him off. Does this sound odd?
I said to Roger Goodell, I said, what are you going to do? And he said, I'm going to get booed. And it was wonderful. He really...
USA, this is Stephanie.
Hi, this is Robert. I'd like to get up to 30% off my auto insurance.
They went to commercial.
Well, they cut him off with a commercial.
There was no Eli or Peyton transition.
What is that all about? I want the rest of the story, man.
Do you know what was leading up to that? What was he saying before that about him?
I don't know. That's just all I got. I
He
have
was
no
probably
idea.
ramping up to talk some major crap.
Right there, it sounded like he was ramping up to talk, something that might not be flattering, and I guess they weren't going to take a chance. So I would love to have Dave Letterman just issue a video with the rest of the story that we can all see that doesn't get cut off by commercial.
Dave, give us the YouTube.
What the heck, man?
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Jussie Smollett's trial wrapped for the day yesterday as he was being cross-examined about his relationship with his attackers, the Asundrio brothers. The special prosecutor was grilling him about his unwillingness to provide DNA to investigators. Then he wouldn't hand over his phone to investigators. And then he told police that he had gotten a phone call 3 days earlier from somebody using racial and homophobic slurs. So the police are like, okay, give us your phone so we can solve this crime and figure out who called you. And he wouldn't hand over his phone. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's not looking good for him. He continued to say, though, there was no hate crime hoax. I never, ever did a hoax. I would never do that. And they were just like, well, why wouldn't you give the cops your phone so they could check out all these stories?
Right.
He refused.
His excuses were weak.
His excuses were so
Yeah.
weak.
Everything he says is so weak, it doesn't make any sense.
And the Asundrio brothers, they said, look, he wrote us a check. We have a receipt that he
Right.
wrote us for the whole thing. He made us do a dress rehearsal. There's video of us the day before the attack on the street practicing.
You ever get caught in a lie and then just double down?
Yeah,
Even
that's
though
what
it doesn't make sense.
Yes, I know what you're talking
I've
about.
had a couple of those in my life.
I've known people who've done that
where
before.
I was completely caught in a lie, and I don't know why. I just doubled down.
Yeah, it sounds like he's
But
tripling
he's
down.
triple, quadruple down. He just keeps, laying money on that.
That is a fact. They do have a video of them
Yes.
doing a dry run. Then what the hell is
The
he
day
talking
before,
about?
they are seen on video in the same area practicing the attack. So,
Vivica A. Fox was standing by him. And
yeah, she said yesterday, I saw it on Entertainment Tonight, he will work again and I will work with him. About Jussie. So,
Okay.
look, the trial's not over, y'all. Maybe there's stuff going on that we don't know about, but everything that I'm seeing looks like he faked it. But, the jury will decide.
Do we have any idea what if they said what he's looking at a sentence if convicted? Is he going away for a little while? Is it just a slap on the wrist? What exactly happens with?
I think he would be going away for a little tiny while.
I think it was one of those
Okay.
ones where it was like a 3 to 30.
Yeah,
It could be.
3 to 10 or something, but
Okay,
it's up
3
to
to
the
life.
judge. So I don't see him doing a lot of time for this. I just don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, it should actually play out that we know what happened.
It just is kind of fascinating because you talk about his career and his life and everything, where if he would own up to it and say, look, I got caught up in it and I am so sorry I fabricated a lie. I need to, but he's going the other direction.
Totally the
And,
other direction.
yeah.
Well, if he's found not guilty, this saves his career.
Well, do you know who else did this for the longest time? Pete Rose did this. I didn't bet. I didn't do that. And
yeah.
the longer you do that, the worse it's going to get for your legacy.
Okay.
It just is.
Okay. Well,
Elaine Maxwell was also on the stand talking about filthy people testifying. Elaine Maxwell said that Jeffrey Epstein had to have sex 3 times a day, and she was in charge of taking care of that and setting up whoever it was that he was going to have relations with for the time that she did this job for him. So, that's kind of creepy. 3 times a day and with different people.
wow. Okay. Yeah, he's an active dude, huh?
And I need some happy news after all of that yuck. Mariah Carey has her McDonald's menu out. Are we excited about the Queen of Christmas teaming up with McDonald's to bring us delicious holiday treats?
No, I'm not.
Nuggets and burgers and fries? You're not?
I'm not, but I'm glad that you are.
I
so that's
am.
fun.
I mean, I loved it. I loved it when Sweetie did her sauce, and now I love it that Mariah Carey's teaming up.
Okay.
This holiday season, you're not getting the Mariah meal, you're getting the Mariah menu, and it's free. The Mariah Menu. Get free daily deals December 13th through 24th, only in the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Free daily meals. I have the app. Do you? Oh, it sounds like a commercial.
It does. Gosh.
Somebody punch me.
I have the app. Do you?
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, I just got some late breaking news from our sweet Denny's, and I haven't really had time to look this up. So maybe you know, or the good people listening to the program know what's going on. He was coming into work today, and he caught something shooting up in the sky, launching up. Look, here's the video. You can see it right there.
Yeah.
Shooting up, darting up. Looks like a spaceship of sorts.
Yeah.
I'll try to.
It's kind of like the star, and you know that they do that thing on NBC, The More You Know, and it's got the little rainbow.
Yeah, but it absolutely looks like not a something from the gods. It looks more like a ship of sorts. Does anybody know if there was a launch today? Because he looked it up briefly and didn't see any launch. But that is a legit. Look at that, Virginia. That's a craft.
Looks like an airplane.
No way. Look at that. Denny's, can you get in here really quick? He said it was massive, and he filmed it. And when you film things, it looks so small in the camera, it doesn't really show. That's why people are always, giving UFOs a hard time. But in real time, with the naked eye, it looks massive.
Yeah, it was gigantic when I saw it. You know when you film the moon and it's real tiny on it, and you take a photo of it? It's the same weird thing. This thing was so big, I pulled out my phone immediately while driving.
You film the moon, you're like, this is going to be awesome. And then everybody you show it to is underwhelmed.
Oh, it's this
terrible.
big.
Yeah, it's a dot.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. This thing was gigantic. When I looked at the footage afterwards, it's very tiny.
Denise, I'm sorry. I think you had to be there.
No way, dude, whatever. It sucks when you work with people who don't want to be.
People were saying that there was a launch this morning.
Okay,
so
thank you.
that's
That
what
makes
you saw
sense
there.
because this, I thought maybe it originally looked like a shooting star. I thought it was a giant shooting star, but then I saw that it was heading away from Earth, so I figured it couldn't be a shooting star. But it had that look, and usually when you see launches, they have that giant sperm tail behind them. This one didn't have that, so that's the only reason I popped out my phone real quick. I couldn't believe this thing.
I don't know the Denny's. It's kind of like that moon picture, very underwhelmed in the room.
Moon picture.
Yeah, they're doing so many launches. And I even was reading today in the Sun Sentinel, there's even another group that is going to get into it. Not just SpaceX, but there's all these privately funded rocket companies now. There's like two, or I think this is going to be the third one, and a lot of them are launching out of Cape Canaveral.
Your boy, old Muskie,
Yeah.
he had that one fleet go up into space, and if you didn't know what was going on, it looked like we were being taken over by a galactic army.
Yeah.
It was insane looking if
Right.
you did not know what was happening.
Yeah, get used to it. And then what's going to happen is when the aliens finally do attack, we're just going to think it's Elon Musk.
Well, that's part of the
Or a
problem
random
right now.
group of billionaires shooting off into space.
We can't tell the difference
We
now.
can't tell the difference. We don't even know. Life's getting so confusing.
It is.
It's crazy. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, Christmas is finally up at my house. We put up all the lawn decorations. So I have this giant inflatable Santa, giant inflatable Mickey, giant inflatable Christmas panda. We did all that. We decorated. The tree is up. The garland is up. It does suck, though, when you're out in your yard setting up your Christmas lights and you're so sweaty that you have like swamp ass. It was gross yesterday.
Yesterday was disgusting.
It was repulsive. I am mad at it.
I walked out my front door and went, oh, no.
Awful. It feels like somebody slapped you with a wet rag.
Like a warm, hot.
Yeah. I put on Christmas music trying to break the mood, but
Right.
Winter Wonderland came on. I just felt like a fraud.
It was cooler this morning. It was cooler.
It was much better this morning. I should have waited till this morning.
You're right. It made me angry
Me
yesterday
too.
because it was December and we already had nice weather.
I was walking around my yard putting up Christmas cursing.
Yeah, it was murky and nasty. It seemed like a July kind of day, didn't it?
I feel like I'm
Yes.
living out in the Everglades.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's been kind of crazy warm, and I'm looking at the forecast, and yeah, I mean, we're hovering. Best temperature we're going to see is 82, and then to Thursday, Tomorrow it's going to be 85.
Damn. 85 in December?
Yeah.
Sucks, man.
Just say that out loud. And how's that fair?
Only because
Yeah.
you just gave us a taste of something awesome, Mother Nature. We had some really nice weather.
Yeah.
It was cool out.
Yes, around Thanksgiving, it was gorgeous.
You're teasing us, and now you're giving us Everglades weather in December.
Doesn't look like it's going back to the 70s until Monday.
Damn.
Yeah, and even then, yeah, so.
Are we going to have a muggy, gross, hot Christmas?
Have yourself a muggy little Christmas. Just doesn't have the same kind of.
But your voice is popping.
Thank you.
Gosh,
Yeah,
goosebumps.
I really should have been a crooner, but nobody likes crooners anymore.
I love crooners.
too. Okay.
But we old?
Yeah, I really could make it as a crooner.
I know you could.
Yeah, I really could.
Let
That'd be
me-
great.
let
I got
me-
crooner hair too.
Get on in the studio.
There's a place for you.
There is.
Christmas crooner works.
Should that be my new side gig during the holidays? You gotta do all the parties.
I can get you a gig at Cucina Cabana.
A merry little Christmas.
I got a record label that will sign you right now.
Okay.
Sasquatch Recording signed.
I know for a fact Cucina Cabana would give you a mic on Happy Hour Friday.
Would you be impressed or embarrassed if I got a side gig as a crooner for the holidays?
So impressed
Impressed.
and
So impressed.
supportive.
I'd be in the front row.
You kidding? I just signed you, and she's got you a gig. What are you talking about?
We need to make this happen.
I would encourage everyone in the room to throw their panties.
Okay.
No, there's no way he's going to do that. So we're going to have warm, muggy weather for Christmas, and he's not going to be a crooner.
Have yourself a muggy little Christmas.
He teases us with his crooning meat and then never gives it to us.
I wish you were all in on this. I really do.
I gotta have a velvet tuxedo.
Oh, my God.
He's not drinking. Crooners need to drink.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, they have a martini.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, they always do.
They make
Yeah.
bad decisions.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing too much right.
Bad decisions. They become friends with the mafia.
Crooners have a horrific personal life track record.
Oh,
Yeah.
they love to be sleeping with 4 women at once.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I could do this. I don't know.
I know you'd love to too, but your wife might take
No,
issue.
you're right. She's not in for the crooner career. What I do have on my mind is, I had talked about how I took November off from the booze just to kind of see how things won. Could I do it? Yes, I could. I'm very proud of myself. It's the little things in life. And two, just how I felt. And I did feel a little bit more alert and better, and I felt like there was something to it. And that was really kind of cool. Now, I was talking to somebody because it is interesting. I'm at the age now where I feel every little thing
Amen.
that I do to my body, whatever I eat, whatever I drink.
How's this fair?
It's not, and so you have to be so delicate with your schedule and
Watch
your
your
routines
salt.
and your
Watch your
regimen.
sugar.
Yeah, right.
Sucks.
And so you can really notice and feel a difference when you make little tweaks and adjustments to your life. And I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they said when I told them about how I had taken the month off from the booze, and they said, "Have you heard about the 30-day water challenge?" I said, no, what is the 30-day water challenge? They said, I had a friend of mine that did it. You start off day 1 and you take a really close-up photo of your face. And from that day forward, the only liquids you drink for 30 days is water.
Oh, my gosh.
The only liquid you drink for 30 days is water. And then you take a photo maybe halfway through, and then you take a photo at the end. He was trying to tell me that his friend, it was a noticeable difference in his skin, the way he looked, how alert he was, just even the coloring in his eyes was so much better after 30 days of nothing but water than whatever he'd been polluting his body with before.
What do you drink? I know you drink a couple energy drinks.
Yeah.
But what do you drink? You drink a lot of water, don't you?
I do. Well, what I do is I'm like Bird. I don't. In fact, I've been bad the last couple of weeks. So
You've been a bad bird?
I've been a bad bird, too.
yeah, I used to have where I would knock down a big old glug of just straight ice water every single day, and that was part of my regimen. And I gotta tell you, because it's been the holidays, I think we all do this. My justification is like, it's the holidays. So I don't really enjoy it unless I've been out working or I'm at the gym. Water is never something I'm like, yes, water.
Yeah, I have to be. Someone has to throw me out in a desert for about 6 days, and then I would really enjoy some water.
Right.
But that is about it.
Yeah, it's tough for me to do. It's something that I have to make myself do. And like I said, I've been bad. So I've been dabbling a little bit more, kind of like the diet sodas, the diet ginger ale, and that kind of stuff. And that's not a good good call. I know that, but
Look at you.
again, I got to have some kind of vices. I can't get too straight and narrow.
That's just it. I mean,
Yeah.
people, even when I would get off everything and say I'm drinking a diet soda, people would still give me crap
I know.
about it.
Yeah.
You got to have something. I mean,
Yeah.
what am I? Am I trying to be a clergy member? No.
You'd be a terrible clergy member.
You're in the right field.
I
Yeah.
belong here.
Yeah, you're where you belong.
You're amongst heathens
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you belong.
So I just wanted to see if anybody has tried it. I don't know that I'm going there, and I'm not going there before the holidays. I'm not going to do a 30-day water challenge before the holidays, but it is something that maybe if I really got crazy, I would think about it for January just to see, because I'm just curious if you have done it, is it really worth it? Because to me, 30 days with nothing but water would be a bigger sacrifice, I think, than even giving up booze for a month.
Well, because you're giving up booze and everything else too.
Yeah,
it's not
you
just
are.
booze you're giving up.
Yeah.
I'd be giving up my Kool-Aid and my all the sweets of the world that I really love. I enjoy flavored drinks so much.
Me
As I was
too,
a kid,
yeah.
I used to write essays about flavored drinks for
Yeah.
homework assignments.
And
That's how much I love
I
them.
drink a lot. That's one of the reasons why booze is a problem for me. I just always am drinking. You ask my wife, no matter what it is, I'm always knocking something down liquid-wise.
I'm a flavor lover,
Yeah.
but there's part of me that really would love to try that. I would love to be able to do that.
Yeah.
There's no way.
So I'm curious if anybody has done it. What was your reaction? Have you ever heard of the 30-day water challenge? Is it that noticeable? And if you do you have a photo that we could see and maybe even post? I'm just kind of curious if anybody's done it. I'd never heard of it before, but it is kind of intriguing.
Or is it one of those before and after where, yeah, the after picture, you look slightly better, but that
Right.
also could be you got a good night's sleep.
I'd have to look like George Clooney.
Yeah. I mean, how much of a
For me
difference
to
are we
do that,
talking
I would
here?
have to be supermodel level. If that's the case, all right, maybe 30 days with nothing but water.
Because I'm George Clooney right now.
Right. What does that do? Yeah, you can text into us 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763 to hit us up here on the KVJ Show. All right, talking music here. Modern artists that will stand the test of time. Now, which ones will be this generation's Elton John and Queen? Thismedia.com says that Taylor Swift is one you can put in there, that you'll be hearing her music in 30 years, because that's what you're talking about with Elton John and Queen.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
You say the same thing about Madonna's music. You still hear all that stuff out. You get to a certain level, and I think you are going to be around for a very long time.
And there are a few songs, too. Sometimes it's not necessarily the artist you think of. It's just a song, because you have a lot of one-hit wonders that have songs that are played 30 years later.
You're right. I mean, Baby Got Back.
Right.
That'll always be around.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and then also you'll have artists that have had a ton of hits, and for some reason only one of their songs translates to the next generation. It is kind of weird to have that as well. There's many hair bands that I had loved, and a lot of times the song they came out with that I hated the most, that had the most massive appeal, is a song you still hear from them, and they've got, to me, 10 better songs that you never ever hear.
I mean, Kiss has a ton of hits that were big time
Yeah.
chart-topping hits, but you don't hear a lot of them. You hear the main one or two, "Wanna Rock and Roll All Night,"
Yeah.
those kind of stuff. And that even's kind of faded
It's
out.
interesting, yeah. They don't really have any songs that have cut through, and you could arguably say they're one of the biggest bands of the last century. And yeah, what song do they have that really cuts through? Not a lot of them. So what do you think about these artists? Could you see them standing the test of time, either their whole catalog of music or maybe just one song that they've done that in 30 years, that's still going to be playing in Publix?
Because there's a lot of artists that had really great hits. You never hear from them ever.
I know.
Ever.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
And they were great. They had like a massive career.
There's a couple like John Cicada, a Miami guy. He used to be all over the radio in the mid-90s. I used to work at a radio station much like this in California, and we played him every third song.
Sheryl Crow used to be huge.
Yeah.
When do you ever hear? Even on a sunny, do you hear her that often?
Not often. Maybe All I Want to Do is Have Some Fun and Soak Up the Sun, maybe.
She had a massive run.
But she had massive hits that you don't really hear that much. So what do you think about these artists? Adele.
Yeah.
Gonna be hearing her?
Old girl's not going no place.
You don't think so?
Old girl's not going no place.
No, those songs are classically produced and written and sung, and they're just going to be timeless.
So in 10 years from now, you'll still hear a Hello or a whatever, a Rolling in the Deep in the Publix.
I think Hello and Rolling in the Deep are our best chances to have
Yeah.
songs that translate into the future. What about Ed Sheeran?
Yeah, I think he's done enough to be around.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
He's crafted some really good songs. Talked about Harry Styles. I think that on his latest album, I think Watermelon Sugar and...
But does Watermelon Sugar get played in 15, 20 years? Is that going to be a song you hear massively?
I think so. I'm laying my money on it. I bet on
Kevin's
it.
going all in on Watermelon Sugar. Do you, Virginia?
No.
I do not.
I think Watermelon Sugar will fizzle.
I'm not saying it's not a massive hit, but there's so many massive hits that do fizzle.
Yeah.
Even Adele's Hello, you don't really hear ever.
Some of your Bruno Mars songs, I see them standing the test of time.
Yeah, Uptown Funk.
More than a Harry, and I like Harry more than Bruno.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's stuck around. What about The Weeknd?
Yeah. He's got some amazing, like that Starboy. Oh.
Yeah, but you don't hear that.
Yeah, in 20 years, are you hearing
Starboy
the
never
classics?
plays anywhere.
His hits right now, are you going to hear in 15 years on the reg?
All right, never mind. You talked me out of it.
Well, I'm just asking.
I think Save Your Tears might translate. That probably is about the first song, and that's about the only song I think might last.
And I don't know. I'm just asking the question.
Mm-hmm. Maroon 5.
Unfortunately, they're going to be around for another Maroon 50 years.
They are the Cheerios of rock.
They will be around.
They're not going
But
nowhere.
of all their hits, the ones that I hear still played are the ones from Songs from Jane. Still. And She Will Be Loved is still played a lot on radio, on classic. Like, I don't hear a lot of... They've had so many hits that, to me, have kind of fallen by the wayside that you never hear again.
Because there are bands like that. I mean, think about...
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you do still hear, even though I'm comparing a different time period, you still hear Journey classics.
You do?
Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
Journey's got about 4 or 5 that have
That are
really
in
stood the test of time.
rotation.
But I think Maroon 5, they've had so many hits, but I think that in 20, 30 years, you might only hear 1 or 2 of them. And I think, oddly enough, it's going to be from their first album.
Wow.
They came
The
out
Kevin
with.
Ralston has spoken.
Yeah.
Bold predictions.
Hey, I'm throwing it out there. I could be completely wrong on all this.
Oh, this is just a talk out your butt conversation. We have no idea.
We'll play this back when you're dead.
Yeah, we should play it back in 20 years. Oh, we were so
Why,
wrong.
why would we be playing this clip back when he's dead? That would be so depressing.
Yeah, that
We've
would
really
be.
jumped the shark.
Katy Perry. Is her music going to stand the test of time? I think Firework will. I think that will be the one song that will cut through because it's used for every inspirational album and commercials. It's a very commercially popular song.
I Kissed a Girl, I think, still
That'll
plays.
be that one
You
will
think
be.
that
Yeah,
one?
that's kind of an
Because
anthem.
I don't even hear that now.
I do.
Yeah,
where do
you
you hear
hear
that?
that.
Because Firework I see all the time on commercials.
I hear it at all the lesbian parties I go to.
Okay, all right.
I just think that song's got a resurgence
does.
possibility too in the future.
It's always going to be fun, naughty pop.
Yeah. When she sells her catalog, it'll be in a lot of
Last
commercials.
Friday night, too, I could see that one
Yeah.
standing as well.
Okay.
That's a fun song.
Mm-hmm. What about the Jonas Brothers? Do they have anything that is going to be still played in 20, 30 years?
I think Cake by the Ocean. What is that?
But that's not Jonas Brothers.
Oh, who is that?
That's DNCE.
Never mind.
I love when Virginia's so wrong publicly.
I'll shut up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They've got some songs that I like. I would like to see them, but
I'm going to say no on that one, dog.
yeah. What about Justin Bieber? Does he have any songs that are going to stand the test of time? I think he has a few
Yeah, I think you'll always hear Bieber on the radio.
that you'll probably hear.
Even in 20 years, I think he'll be in a solid rotation.
Well, the thing about him is he's done so many collaborations. And I think it's actually going to be a lot of his collaborations that are going to be the ones that you wind up hearing. I mean, keep in mind, they did tag him on Despacito. So that's just one of the many ones that he has done.
He has the not as good version of Despacito. It's better with Daddy Yankee and Luis Fonsi.
Yeah, I know. But
The wish has spoken. A lot of opinions flying around here right now.
Biebs, you kind of pooped on it.
okay.
I liked it better without you.
Is Drake going to be around? You can hear Drake songs?
Yeah, you'll hear Drake songs.
Oh,
Okay.
That one dance. Oh,
I think Drake will be around,
that
right?
makes my backside move.
Well, I mean, he
Well, think about-
technically,
okay.
I think, has more sales than anybody that's on the charts. He's beaten the Beatles even.
Do you still hear Luda on the radio? I know he doesn't do a lot of
Not too
current
much,
stuff.
no.
But
Not that I
his
know of.
his big hits, do you still hear on the radio if they're going and throwing it back?
The only place that they would play him would be classic R&B and hip hop.
And are they doing it there, I wonder?
I'm not listening to those stations enough to tell you. Pitbull. Even in South Florida.
Miami's always going to love him.
Okay.
He'll always be a staple in Miami.
Okay. All right. And Olivia Rodrigo. She just announced a tour.
Too early to tell.
It is, yeah.
There's been so many big-time freshman albums.
Right. Okay. Anything else you want to throw at us? Will they stand the test of time? You can let us know. All right, so you're going to hear Ed Sheeran being played in Publix in 20 years. A lot of people say yeah, but a lot of people think Lady Gaga is the artist that is going to stand the test of time most of anybody that you have today.
That's a good one.
She really can rock that piano, man.
Yeah. I'd like throwing Pink, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already kind of figured she was there.
Yeah, it technically has been 20 years, and you're still hearing a lot of her songs that she did earlier in her career.
The fact that she's still hitting the top 10
Yeah.
in the pop world.
She's quietly had a really great career. Somebody's asking about Billie Eilish. I think it's too soon to tell, but right now the only song I could see that I think is going to maybe still be around would be Bad Guy. I don't know if she's done anything else. I like her music. It's great. She's got a new song out. It's very soft.
You a Billy head?
Is
Or
that
an
what they call
eyelash?
them?
I don't know. What do they call it?
Eyelash.
Eyelash. I like that.
I don't know.
I'm an eyelash. Megan Trainor. Lord, I hope not.
I don't.
But it could be. All right. Well, if you got any other thoughts, you can hit us up here on the KVJ Show. I always love these TikTok hacks. And if you love Starbucks, someone has posted up that you can do this little hack and get yourself a great deal. What you do is you order an iced drink from Starbucks with the ice on the side. It says without the ice in the original cup, you supposedly end up with enough for 3 drinks.
Wow.
I guess that would work for a lot of stuff. I've had that before where I used to remember that when you get a soda at the fast food drive-thru and it'd just be all ice. You take 2 sips and you'd be like, it's all gone.
My man Kevin Ralston, the Kevin Ralston, ruined ice. I always get ice, or I always get soda without ice now at any fast food joint.
Yeah.
But I feel when I get ice, tell me if I'm living in La La Land here, if I'm in denial. When I buy bagged ice from Publix,
Right. It feels clean.
I feel like that's clean.
It looks sanitary.
There's no poop particles.
Well, no humans have touched that. They've automated that process to the point where people have been taken out of the equation because people are gross.
Yeah, well, it's ice. Whenever it's out, it's exposed. That ice you're talking about is in a plastic wrapping. So things that spray, people coughing, just the air itself is so
Farting.
full of funk. Yeah, no, that does.
You're kidding, but that's true.
There's fart
though.
dust.
I don't want fart ice.
I don't either.
Right, so it
man.
does make sense. I mean, ice really needs to be covered. It can't just be sitting in a bin.
And here's the problem, because you're making a joke about farts and all that, but some people don't respect ice enough to, if they did fart, they would fart right on or by the ice and not think 2 craps about it.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
People are lawless. They're animals.
They're lawless.
All right. Well, there you go. That's supposedly a hack. If you want more iced coffee today, try that at Starbucks. As far as birthdays today, not a lot of action is going on here. Only a celebrity birthday we got is Sarah Bareilles. She did Love Song.
She's
Brave.
good.
Yeah, she is good. Very talented. She's having a birthday, turning 42 today. Also, we got a happy birthday today from Corey, Clara, Mabel, and Lucas Bartholomew Wimsberg Nell. Okay. Also, we got a boyfriend here, Steven, mi señor. A very happy birthday from Cynthia. La Cintica, love you. Also, we got a happy birthday to Leslie from Summy and Joss Bear. Very nice. And we got a photo there to see the birthday gal.
Ooh, I love a birthday crown. Mm-hmm. I love. Is hers lit up?
Looks like a unicorn.
That's kind of cool.
That's the way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, happy birthday to the best kindergarten teacher in Palm Beach County, Leslie Troy.
Woohoo!
From your favorite nephew, Troy, Lauren, Loki, and Rudy. Got a birthday, want to get on the KVJ Show, just let us know about it. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com. Have you gotten your son's Christmas wish list yet, Virginia?
He's been crafting it. He's making a PowerPoint presentation.
Oh, he is PowerPoint for this thing. Okay.
Yeah, he knows what he wants. It's an extensive list, so there's going to be some shaving down.
Some kind of wire, something he has to set up. It's an adult piece of machinery.
I think he wants a server.
A server?
What are you going to do with a server? You don't even have a business.
A server.
Where are we going to fit that?
I knew it was going to be something like
I don't
that.
have room for a server.
Oh, you know what? You like when kids shoot for the moon, unless it's what they want for Christmas. Then you're like, let's bring it down a little bit. I mean, come on. What are we talking about? You know, all of a sudden we got these billionaires shooting themselves onto space and everybody thinks anything's possible.
Yeah, I remember asking for some expensive presents for Christmas and not getting the expensive present, getting a low-budget version of that expensive present.
You get the knockoff. Got to watch what you wish for, what you request, kids. Something you learn with age and experience, I guess.
Yeah, Rocco, he already sent me his list, but he's going to make a presentation to the family. He did send it to me.
Are you able to film that, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd definitely like to see that. Oh, do you know when this presentation is going down?
I would expect sometime in the next week. He knows that Santa is putting everything together, and so he better have this ready. He did ask me yesterday when he was going to get FaceTime with Santa.
Oh, he did.
He did. So I'm
He
like,
needs a face. Well, he's smart though. He knows that you really got to sell it well. So you need that FaceTime. That's what it's all about. I love some of the responses here. What is the insane Christmas gift request on your kids' list that clearly is not going to happen? A lot of them here. Ray says my 11-year-old wants a Tesla. Okay.
yeah, Rocco is still mad at me for getting a BMW and not a Tesla.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cynthia said an entire Walmart. She's 5. She wants the whole Walmart.
And I get it, kid.
Yeah.
I mean, to own a store would be cool.
She's adorable.
Marino's 4-year-old is asking for a dinosaur, real dinosaur.
Okay, so was Jaybird.
Yeah.
From a certain point of view, I was.
Kara said my 9-year-old's asking for a flying car. Okay.
These are great gifts.
They are great gifts.
I love how big they're going.
They're just so pricey.
Well, yeah. Tony said yes. My daughter wants a Galaxy Z3 Fold 5G phone, $1,700. Yeah, no, not going to happen.
Did it say how old the daughter is?
No, it did not on that one.
A folding phone, though. You got to give it to her. That sounds cool.
Yeah. Misty has got a 6-year-old asking for an ice skating rink in the backyard.
Girl, it's going to be in the almost 80s.
It would be. It's a lot of upkeep, but it's a great gift.
Yeah. Why not? We've got a whole bunch of other ones here as well. Bobby from Fort Pierce said, yeah, my daughter is 6. She wants a real pony. And she said that we could turn her playroom into a giant litter box. Okay.
That's cute.
They're great.
Eric's kid is asking for a goat. Yeah.
Look, I mean, the goat is actually good for lawn maintenance. Keep that in mind.
Out of everything you just listed, goat is the most attainable.
I kind of want to get Jaybird a goat and just watch it play out.
Would love to have a goat. I've told you this.
One of those mini goats?
Yeah, I would love it.
I'm hearing they're high maintenance.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I've worked with, I'm friends with Virginia. I can handle anything.
Okay, so you think a goat you could do?
A goat's nothing.
I'm going to get you a goat and put it in a little witch outfit.
Jesse said, yeah, my 6-year-old is asking for a vending machine loaded with Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Ooh.
That'd actually be really cool.
Cool gift.
Vending machine in your bedroom is awesome.
A vending machine with all of your favorite snacks would be the ultimate Christmas gift.
You wanted a vending machine.
I thought about it. It's just so big. It takes up so much room.
Yeah, this text said, my 6-year-old is asking for a car so that he can go see his girlfriend down the street.
That's adorable.
That is pretty good. Yeah, so we're talking about at a very early age. Becky said, my 12-year-old wants a new bedroom makeover with marble dressers and a chandelier. Wow. Love it, huh? Well,
A marble dresser? Can you imagine trying to lift that thing?
It's pretty crazy, huh? And seeing this a lot of kids are asking for siblings.
Oh.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. So if you want to jump into the conversation, you can go to the KVJ Show Facebook page and let us know what your kid is asking for that they're realistically not going to get this holiday season. And it sounds like everything that Rocco's asking for.
What is it on the list?
Okay, let me just tell you. We start with a supercomputer.
Supercomputer,
I was wrong.
okay.
I said server. It's actually supercomputer. I don't even know what that means.
Okay.
He also wants this lock system. It's called Lockly, and you open the lock with your thumbprint.
He's really into the security systems.
He
I've
is.
noticed.
He's very
What,
big.
yeah, what is he trying to hide from you?
I don't know.
He's really. I think he could set up the. I'm not pandering right now. He's really talented at setting stuff up.
He figured out how to set up all the neighbors on our Netflix. I got like 3 senior citizens on my street that now I share Netflix with.
You're not. That's not a good example because Netflix is not.
He hooked up their phones, their cable, their Wi-Fi.
I've seen him hook up legit equipment with microphones and getting sound out like a sound person.
I know. It's amazing. He also wants an Apple Watch.
Okay.
Those things are expensive.
How much are those? How much is an Apple Watch? So, you know what? Someone's got an Apple Watch, and I was hanging out with them, and the whole time they kept looking at their Apple Watch, and I thought something was wrong or something was crawling on them because they kept on reading what was going on.
They're getting their text messages.
It's a little distracting. I don't know if I like the Apple Watch. It's very distracting.
And then Rocco has one kid gift on his list.
Okay.
There's something called the Starbelly Dreamlights Bear. It's a stuffed bear, but it shoots these lights out of its stomach onto the ceiling and makes a whole star galaxy on the ceiling.
Yeah, it's just
Oh, wow.
my game.
And he
Okay.
said he said it's good for it's like a night light, but it puts stars all over the entire
That's
ceiling.
kind of cool. Yeah, I like that.
I did that to my.
That's reasonable, though.
I did that to one of my ceilings. I put all those stars in the podcast studio at my house,
Yeah.
and they're not as good as I remember them. They don't light up, and they look kind of
They're the glow-in-the-dark stars. Yeah, they're kind of low budget.
They
Yeah.
are very low budget.
You have to recharge them though. It has to be super bright.
We did. I've done it. Even at their best, we've done
Yeah.
it. They're still not what I don't know. They need work.
Yeah, we used to do that in college. We thought that would get us all the chicks.
No, it's not.
Do you want me to get you one of these Starbelly Dreamlight bears?
Sounds like he needs it. Yeah, he's asking. He's pitching for
It's
it.
just my game.
All right, I'll get 2. One for
Okay.
you, one for Rocco.
Yeah. They say the average person decides if they like a Christmas present within 14 seconds of receiving it. Have you ever had your kid open their present and be like, man?
Yes. And you're like, I spent $50 on that.
Right. Well, I mean, when you're asking for a pony or a goat or a rocket ship or a flying car or a vending machine full of hot flaming Cheetos, it's going to be hard. It's going to be very disappointing.
Yeah, when you get a Barbie, you're like, what the hell?
I
Yeah.
remember my sister was super. She had a 104 temperature during Christmas one year, and she just could not hold her opinions in with every one of her gifts. This is what you got? Where did Santa Claus go to a garage sale?
Oh, man.
But
And he did.
no.
he did.
Yeah, he did.
Santa was on a budget.
Santa totally hits that garage sale sometimes.
And my sister was right because there was some broke down gifts.
Damn.
Am I the jerk? Several emails here. People want to know if their behavior is off. Are they doing the wrong thing? Somebody asking if they're a jerk for keeping the little neighbor kids from my Christmas decorations. Says here, my neighbors have got 2 young kids and they constantly try to play with my Christmas decorations on our front lawn. I've got 12 inflatable decorations, lights on every tree in the house, reindeer all throughout the yard, a few Christmas trees and light up candy canes down the driveway. I just don't want these kids touching all my stuff. I asked their mom to please keep them in their own yard, but the mother thinks that it's cute and they love the decorations so much. And she said, they're just kids. Don't be a jerk. What? I understand they're young kids, but my lawn decorations are very expensive and they're not intended to be played with. These are not light up toys. My wife and daughter also think I'm being kind of a jerk. Are they all right?
Kids, enjoy the festivities. Don't touch that. Don't touch that.
Yeah.
Enjoy the festivities.
Yes. Look, but don't touch is the famous line here the kids so often hear.
I get it though, because I have the lawn decorations too, and some of them I've had for 6, 7, 8 years, so they're kind of fragile. And with a little bit of jostling, they could easily break. And you don't want kids breaking your Christmas decor.
One of the things that annoy me is it's such a pet peeve of mine, and I get it. I love kids. I understand. I cannot stand when parents let their kids touch whatever and will shake and break, and the parents watching the whole thing, and it's not their equipment, and the parent does nothing about it.
Yeah.
It's the parent's job to get in there and say, Johnny, stop doing that.
It really is. And it's sad that you're going to come off looking like a Scrooge if you say something. Unfortunately, you kind of will. But I get it. I wouldn't want all the neighborhood kids messing with my stuff either because they could break it. Then what?
What if you had a little sign at the front, look, don't touch kind of a thing?
That's probably a good way to put it. And then it's kind of on them. And then they're really being a jerk. If you've asked nicely in a request saying, I love having these up here, and the enjoyment is for you to look at them. The enjoyment is not for you to touch them, possibly break them. And let's say I've spent $100 on something. It's now broken. I got to replace it. I'm trying to spread a little bit of joy and create the feeling of the season, especially here in South Florida, and your kids are breaking. I like the sign idea.
Because you can also go the other way, and I get to what you're saying. You don't want anyone touching your decorations, but you don't want to kill the vibe. There was a costume store I loved going to as a kid. It had the best monsters, and it was the coolest thing. The guy who ran it, he put fear into your heart and spirit, and you walked around. Oh, that's a cool mask. Am I allowed to say it's cool? Not a fun vibe and a very fun atmosphere. It sucked.
It does suck, and it's all about your delivery. How you say this to the parent, how you say it to the kid. You got to be super gentle with it, and keep in mind they're just excited. They love your decorations.
Right.
They want to celebrate them, and kids don't know better. They want to celebrate by touching. But maybe, come at them gentle and say it to the parents and just ask them.
Yeah.
Instead of barking at them, just say, hey, is there any way we could look with our eyes, not with our hands?
A lot of the responses that we're getting right now, pretty much all of them are saying, you're not the jerk on this. And
no, you're not.
No,
but
not
your
at all.
delivery can make you the jerk. So be really, really super careful. They could all turn this around on you if you come out barking.
Well, one person said, if you don't parent your kids, someone else will.
It's true. You may get yelled at by a guy in a New York Jets jersey, but that's just how it goes.
You don't want to create drama with your neighbor and their kids, though. You want to try to make this peaceful as possible while still getting your message across.
Virginia just said you want to create drama with your neighbors.
Well, my neighbors started it. Like, I don't start drama with my neighbors, but if you start it, guess what? I'm going to finish it. My neighbors to the left suck.
Oh, damn.
There you go.
But don't
Tis
start,
the season.
But don't start any drama. Don't have any drama with your neighbors.
I didn't start it. They started it.
And Ryan in the chat room has a good point. What if one of the kids gets injured on your property from those things? They have electricity and things like that going through them. So
I had Magnolia's boyfriend in a tree yesterday hanging up lights, but it started raining. And he's like, I think we should stop. I just got shocked. Like, oh, yeah. Come down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come down.
Probably a good idea. Yeah. Lights in the rain.
He got shocked by the Christmas lights. I'm like, oh.
Are most people saying that just go ahead and tell a kid stop touching it?
Yeah, they're saying you're not a jerk for asking the kids to do that.
You're really
and it is
not.
approach. You're not, yeah. So nobody's thinking you're the jerk. But if you do care about that, which clearly you do because you sent us an email and your wife and daughter think that you are, just try to say it nicely and maybe put it on your wife. Say, well, if I'm a jerk, could you please? I'm drawing a standard
handle
here.
it.
Well, his wife will email back. I get that he gets mad. He tells the kids, but he's calling them names. He's dropping F-bombs.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
Then don't do that to the kids. You don't need to do that. This is a text we just got. Am I a jerk for thinking this is a Christmas present? I just spent $600 on new tires for my wife's SUV, and they came in yesterday. I told her it's one of her Christmas presents, and then she told me, that's not right. That's part of just regular maintenance of owning a vehicle. And it was a responsible thing for me to do to keep her safe. Am I wrong for thinking this is a Christmas present, or is she right? And no, I don't drive her car at all.
I'm sorry. You get me new tires. That's an unbelievably great Christmas gift.
Yeah.
I love a practical gift.
Well, that's because I hate buying tires. The fact that someone else did that for me, that's such a positive thing that's
Yeah.
going on here.
I think that's just a part of being an adult. I guess she wants something, and hey, if that's the only gift, maybe get something smaller that's pretty and fun and nice, and it is a frill type of gift. Because I think if you look through, maybe all practical gifts, even for adults, might not be a lot of fun. So try to at least maybe spike in something there. But yeah, I think for us, I'm all about practical gifts. It's a good investment in money, right?
But we are older too, you know. Practical gifts when you're older, you love.
He bought her all brand new tires. What a jerk.
That's what she's calling him.
Man, I tell you what a scumbag this guy is.
That's what his wife
Man,
thinks.
I tell you what.
That's what his wife
Life
thinks.
is tough.
Yeah. This is an email that we got right after Thanksgiving, and they're wanting to know, how do I handle this? Am I the jerk for trying to make the decisions my sister won't? She flew into town with her husband and 3 kids from Las Vegas. We did an early Thanksgiving dinner, and shortly after our family Thanksgiving, my sister told us that she contracted COVID. That being said, she also has an Airbnb in South Florida that she owns and is staying there while she's here. She's an anti-vaxxer, which is fine, each their own, but she is now taking her kids to Universal because she doesn't want to lose out on the money that she spent on the tickets. She has all the symptoms and feels like crap, but is still deciding to do this. Am I the jerk if I blast her on social media? Also, she cleaned her Airbnb while sick, and there are new renters coming in it while she's going to Orlando with the kids. I feel like those people renting it should know that a person with COVID was cleaning up the house for them to come stay in it. She's so selfish and doesn't see that what she's doing is wrong. And lastly, she is getting on a plane on Thursday to fly back home to Vegas.
Oh,
so
my
good luck to all those
gosh.
people flying on her plane. So I guess she's asking if she's a jerk if she blasts her on social media. Now, I don't know how impactful that's going to be, and that might just come off as contentious, and now you're in a fight and there's nothing constructive going on, and things are not really happening for the better. But that is tough if you do see somebody that is doing something that puts a lot of people at risk, that is so cavalier like that, and she's being very selfish in that. And it is very annoying. If you come to Florida from Vegas, you contract COVID, and you're like, all my fun is gone. Yeah, COVID has ruined a lot of fun over the last 2 years. But she's in the wrong for clearly doing what she did, but you're her sister. How do you handle it?
I'd blast her not just on social media. I'd blast her on whatever the app is where you have to notify the state that you have COVID and I'm in that database. Every time I take my kids to get a COVID test, it goes into the Florida system. There's some system where you can report a positive test. You should report your sister.
It's my sister. I'm having a private conversation with her. I'm not blasting anybody on my family on social media. I'm going to take it face to face, and we're going to try to make an adjustment. Mm-hmm. Like a blast my
Your sister's an idiot.
I'm not blasting them though. Yeah, your family can be idiots without them.
Right.
That the whole world has to know about it.
Yeah, I think don't leave any gray area about how you feel about this, how she is not doing the right thing. It's very selfish. It's terrible. Yeah, I don't know about the blasting and taking it outside of the family, but you can also remove yourself and say, hey, I'm canceling all plans with you. And
there are a lot of people in my personal
I just can't
life
believe you're doing this.
They do things that I don't agree with. I would have a private conversation and go, look, but I don't think they need to be blasted.
This is next level, though. I mean, you could give this to somebody who's immune compromised and kill them. This ain't she, shoplifted a piece of gum. This is like next level.
It is.
Awful and rude and just so selfish.
Yeah.
She's going to a theme park? She's an animal. I'm blasting her. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm stopping.
Nobody in my family would ever do this, first of all. But if they did, they're getting blasted.
I don't think you would blast your sister. I think you're talking.
She would never do this.
But even if she did, I don't think you blast your sister. I just don't think you do it.
Okay.
I think you're emotional
There's people
right now.
There's people in my family that would do this, And guess what? I would blast them.
Yeah, there's a lot of people texting in and said, yeah, I do blast my sister on social media, and I do
Hell
what V
yeah.
said. What a B.
I don't give a crap. Our relationship is now over because you're a douche.
Yeah, so a lot of people were saying that. Yeah, seriously, put that B on blast. My dad was fully vaccinated, did all the precautions, still died from COVID at 68. What the F is wrong with people?
What the F is wrong with you? You could kill people. You're a maniac. Blast them.
Mm-hmm. A lot of contentious text, people disagreeing. Some people are saying tires are not a gift unless they're custom. Tires, jerk. And then other people are saying, no, what are you talking about? This is a great gift. It's something that you need. What is wrong with that? So, but more people are saying that he is a jerk for getting her tires for Christmas.
Aw.
People are insane. Seriously.
I would love that. If
That's
I
the
needed
majority of the
tires,
comments.
Insane.
That's a majority of the comments. People saying he is a jerk for getting her tires for Christmas. Okay, want to sound off on any of the emails that we got? You can do that right now. Just send us a text, 877-979-WRMF. And if you got your own dilemma, just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com. I can't believe how many people were fighting over whether or not $600 tires is a good Christmas gift or not. In fact, I want to see what the numbers are on that. I'll see. We'll put up a KVJ TV poll real quick. Are $600 tires a good gift for Christmas? Yes or no? I'm just curious what the percentage is because it's the text make it look like it's split down the middle.
It's not sexy, that I understand, but it is a good gift.
I can't believe you can't believe the chat room is fighting.
I can't believe that. We can't believe. No one can believe.
We can't believe it.
Can't believe it.
They love to fight in the chat room.
I couldn't imagine giving someone a $600 gift and then them complaining in my face and then writing a radio station. I really couldn't believe.
Yeah, you're saying it'd be over. That'd be it, huh?
I just think that I think when you do something nice for somebody, and everybody's situation is going to be different. If you guys don't have that much money, and someone gets you, your husband or your wife gets you $600 tires for a gift out of the blue for the holidays, I think that's a positive thing. I don't see where the negative's at.
Right. No,
and then for someone to complain and make you feel bad that you're a jerk for that is weird to me.
I think their argument is that there should be an element of fun, surprise, and titillation with the gifts that you give for Christmas, and there's nothing fun, exciting, or titillating about tires.
And you can add that in. You can add all that in. It just depends on your presentation and how you do things.
I think you have to know your recipient.
You're right.
That is so crucial when you're picking out gifts for people. If you care about their happiness, you really have to think, okay, what's this person's hot button? If you know that tires and practical gifts really aren't their thing, if they're more of a frilly, frivolous kind of person that loves jewelry or a trip, then yeah, tires might not hit the pleasure center.
I just think that if you're that mad over that kind of stuff to the point where you're emailing and you're so pissed off, I guess, and is he a jerk? I think that's wrong.
The person who texted into us is the person who got the tires, and he wanted to know because he's getting it thrown back in his face that you're a complete jerk and that's not a Christmas gift. So I don't know where you get off thinking that you buy me something practical, that's all good.
I don't know. Married people really annoy me.
Well, so far you've been able to evade their grasp.
Mm-hmm. And it is pretty close. It is, first of all, you do need to know the person that you're married to know how they would feel, whether that's a good gift or not. But right now we're asking the question in the KVJ TV chat room, are $600 tires a good Christmas gift? 64% say yes, 36% say no. Early on the votes. We just put the poll up.
Again, I get the disappointment, like, oh, it's not kind of sexy, but to be so vocal about it, you high maintenance.
Okay, got a couple of fun would you rathers. These really aren't good options, but it's all you've got, and you got to pick one or the other. Would you rather have a pubic hair in every meal or a toenail in every drink?
Oh boy.
Gosh. Oh, I think I gotta go toenail. That sucks.
Who's pube? Who's toenail?
You don't know either.
It's random.
It's just
random.
It's random.
Random
It's
pube?
And there's no way it's yours. There's no shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would my pube be in my food?
Yeah, you don't
what
know
the
it
hell
all.
am I doing?
You don't know it all. And you start looking around, and especially in the kitchen, you're like, all right, wait a minute. Is it that guy's?
The chef winks at you.
Is it theirs? Yeah, it's really going to be in your head. Yeah, that's a tough one, huh?
Damn, Kevin.
Okay. Actually, that was somebody submitted that, so that was a good one.
You asking stuff like this close to Christmas?
Yeah, but toenail, I think, is the right answer, Bird. That's what I'm going with as well. Okay, would you rather only be able to whisper or only be able to shout?
Whisper.
I think whisper is better
Whisper is better.
because there's a lot of things you should not say very loud.
And you can go louder with microphones. If you get in the mic, you can still turn up. You could if you needed to.
The only downfall of the whisper is if, you really have to get someone's attention or say someone's in danger. Bird is over there and there's a crocodile or alligator coming out of the water and, hey, Bird, there's an alligator. And
You're not going to be able to warn the family that their house is on fire.
Fire. Yeah, doesn't work with a whisper, but it is better, I think. Okay, would you rather be 3 feet or 8 feet tall?
8 feet.
8.
8 feet. It would have helped me out in baseball greatly.
And just think, you could turn that into some pretty awesome monetary things. You could play basketball. You could do the long jump.
I would do nothing but troll the tallest basketball players on Twitter. Go one-on-one. Let's do it. You could make a whole thing out of this.
You could have come to my house yesterday and hung my Christmas lights with no issue.
Yeah.
I would have paid you money for that.
Yeah, putting the star on the tree, that's good.
I could do some great Bigfoot videos.
I think it's going to be hard to find clothing that fits you because I don't think there's anybody ever that's been 8 feet tall.
You may have to have everything custom made, but just think of all the money you're going to make from your height advantage.
Well, the question is, how many things can you make? Because I have seen this where there have been I was talking to a guy one time, he's about 6'6". I'm like, so did you play basketball? He's like, no. Did you play volleyball? No, I'm not very athletic. I was like, oh, man.
My brother is 6'6" and was never really into sports at all. And I go, I would kill for your height.
Yes, so I have seen very unathletic, super tall people that they just didn't take. Because you do have to still have some kind of athletic ability. You have to be able to get down the court and do all that kind of stuff, whatever you might be doing.
You could still, I believe, turn that into some pretty great financial windfall. You clean out gutters at people's houses. You don't need ladder. You can pressure wash their roof. You don't need a ladder. There's a lot of work you can do easily.
Okay. All right. You're both going 8 feet tall.
It's not even.
Not even close.
Okay. Would you rather be able to read everyone's mind all the time or always know their future?
Always know their future.
Always read their mind.
Yes, I think that reading their mind benefits me. Knowing their future does nothing for me.
It also doesn't do anything for them either.
Right.
Because the future should be a surprise. Let's not try to figure everything out. That's the gift of life.
Yeah. Would you rather be able to stop time or fly?
I think I want to fly, Kevin.
I'm going stop in time. I really don't know the benefits of flying outside of a plane.
I would be able to not have a car. I would just fly back and forth from every place I had to go. I'd save on my car payment, my car insurance.
But do you know what think about it. Have you ever just driven down the road with your head out the window?
I fly all the time in my dreams, and it's awesome.
But do you know what you'd look like? Let's be realistic. Superman would do this, and he would land with perfect hair. If we really were flying at a great rate of speed, is your hair going to land perfect?
I'm going to have to put it in a do-rag.
So you got to think about that. What are you going to look like by the time you land and where you're going?
I'm stopping time. I'm afraid of heights. I want to be hovering. That's not that fun. If I flew.
Yeah.
I love it. I fly.
Well, you're a witch. We get that. It's natural for you.
Okay. All right, any thoughts on any of those would you rathers? You can hit us up, 877-979-WRMF. So do you sleep better or worse if you are a person who takes marijuana or uses it? They've got a sleep study that is out asking this question because people are debating whether or not you do. A lot of marijuana users will say that using weed will help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep. But now scientists are debating if that is true or not. This study just came out this week, and yesterday they just revealed that adults who use weed 20 or more days during the last month were 64% more likely to sleep less than 6 hours a night and 76% more likely to sleep longer than 9 hours a night. And they say that is really the problem, either sleeping too little or too much. They say you want right around 7 to 8 hours, but if you start doing 9, 10, or 11 hours, then that actually has health problems associated with it as well, sleeping too much.
But when it comes to this study, does it have compared to somebody who is just a one-time user in the evening compared to somebody who wakes and bakes and smokes all day? If somebody is just a moderate user compared to a heavy user, I think all of that plays a factor.
And they studied that, yes. They studied moderate consumption. They say using weed less than 20 days during the past month didn't create short sleep problems, but people were 47% more likely to snooze 9 or more hours a night is one of the issues that they found. So
I guess the part I would really like to know would be somebody who just uses weed in the evening time or at nighttime just to go to bed compared to somebody who smokes it regularly.
yeah, it sounds like if you're using it more and more, and they say the moderate consumption is using weed less than 20 days. So it's how many days and how often you use it. Now, if you say just I only use it on weeknights to get to sleep for work, if you've got 5-day work and 4 weeks, that's 20 days. So that puts you right at the moderate level.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of a flawed study. I think you have to do it almost on like a nightly kind of a basis there. Because if Virginia smokes weed 2 weeks ago, you know what I mean? Let's say you had a weekend where you smoked a lot of weed and then you're trying to monitor your
Well said.
monitor your sleep 2 weeks later.
Are you smoking weed now?
You know what I mean?
So that's what they're saying, is that a lot of marijuana users say that it does help them sleep. But right now, basically all they're saying is it's kind of inconclusive, because they are finding that maybe some people are sleeping too much. So that might be one thing to monitor, that if you are using marijuana for sleep, you may say, wow, I'm sleeping great. I'm sleeping more than ever. You can't actually sleep too much. So I guess be mindful of that.
Aren't there different weeds, too, that some make you sleep and some make you hype?
Well, there's some people who smoke weed and can't sleep at all on weed. So everyone's different. That's why I'm asking so many questions. There's so many variables when it comes to this.
I think really what this study is saying is it's now something they are really starting to study. And so it
That's
is
good.
inconclusive now, but they're starting to say, hey, medical marijuana, if we have people that have sleep issues, could medical marijuana actually be a legit sleep aid for people that have a hard time? And right now, you're going to find some people will say yes, some that will say no. So again, it's only inconclusive, but they're starting to study how often you use marijuana, what kind of marijuana, and is it effective, yes or no?
Because it's not like the old days where it's just smoke this kind of weed.
Yeah.
They really have gone and scientifically done some stuff.
And if you think that not a lot of people are smoking pot these days, you're wrong. I live in a community where a lot of my neighbors are retired, and a lot of them smoke pot. 10 years ago would have been shocked.
Well,
but I think now it's just okay. It's normal. You know, these are people that have chronic pain. These are people that have, glaucoma or illness or this or that. And it is prescribed. It is normalized.
The culture has changed a bit. You still have people against it, though, very much so.
But those people need to get with the times. It's now medicinal. It's giving people healing help and helping them live happier and better lives. Why wouldn't you want that for people?
Well, I think some people, too, think if you say you're pro-pot, that also means you're pro-abuse of pot. And it's like anything, you don't want kids to do it, and you also want to do it in a way where, you're not glorifying it to the point where people say, oh, you're glorifying it too. It's so you're being irresponsible.
I think if there's something that gives you relief from your pain or helps you live better, light it up.
And I'm only speaking on what the opposites, what someone would say to debate you. See what I'm saying? Or debate me or Denny's.
I think if you're debating pot, you kind of have missed the boat. You don't really get it.
Okay.
She doesn't smoke pot.
I don't smoke pot, but I am so pro pot. I was shocked. So many people grandparents. So many grandparents in my neighborhood are token up or eating gummies or both, and they're getting relief. They're living happier lives.
Yeah. So I think what they're doing is they're going down all the different categories of where medicinal marijuana could help you. And the question on this is, does it help you sleep better? Because they have done some studies on CBD and THC and all different components of it to see if it's working. And they say part of it might be psychosomatic. They were finding that people were coming in saying, oh, it definitely helps me sleep better. There's no debate. And then they would put them through actual sleep tests. And they said, you may think that you're sleeping better, but you're actually not. And so that's what they're trying to find out. Is it truly effective? And who does it work on and who does it not? And then what kind of marijuana do you need to take for better sleep?
Well, we totally believe in that research. If you're going to help people sleep better, do that research.
It does. It's one of those things where it does hit everybody differently.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It was like anything.
Yeah. Mike from Port St. Lucie said, yeah, I smoke weed almost every day, usually in the afternoon and evenings, but I can't smoke after 7 because I won't go to bed till 10 or 11 because I can't fall asleep.
It amps some people up.
Huh.
It starts to make you think. It can expand your thought process a bit to where you're not ready to go to bed now.
Somebody else texted in and said, yeah, I just started using indica drops right before bed, and the deep sleep is amazing, and I don't smoke marijuana.
Yeah, I've heard great things about the drops.
Yeah, so it's interesting. So right now, inconclusive the studies, but they are looking into it. And if you do have sleep issues, it might be something to look into in the near future.
Listen up, y'all, cause here's the sitch. It's time for another round of do it, bitch. Do it, bitch. Do it, bitch. Do it,
That's right.
bitch. Do it, bitch. Do it. Do it. Do it, bitch.
That's right.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, somebody was working over Thanksgiving.
Oh, you know it.
Kevin made us. No, I'm just kidding.
There's no vacation.
No.
You don't get no turkey day. Do it, bitch. Write a song.
That's what it is. The email was worded.
Kevin, do you need us to write a song? Do it, bitch. No turkey.
Okay, we got a draw here to figure out who is going to be on what team. Bird is going to be pulling a name out. This will be his partner in Do It Bitch today. Who you got, Bird?
Ooh, Suits.
Okay.
The kid, the prodigy.
Weren't me and Denny's a team last week?
Oh, yeah. Why am I so
Yeah,
excited?
we were. And I think you guys were a team last week.
It's the same team.
Oh, gosh. I don't remember.
Damn, you're just a hack.
It's me and you again, Suits.
Okay. Do you want to switch up who was the gambler from last week, or do you want to do the same? Do you remember who was the gambler? You probably don't. Suits, how do you want to do this?
I was the one that answered. He was the gambler.
Okay.
And you were the one that answered.
I was the one that answered.
Do you want to flip it, Suits?
Let's go for it, yeah.
All right. Okay, I like it.
So we're going to have, who's the gambler?
Suits is not the gambler.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm the gambler.
He doesn't understand the game.
Yes, I do. Gosh, I do understand it.
Okay.
What do you want to do, Virginia?
What do you want to do, Pumpkin?
Let's flip it. We'll just keep.
You're
flip
good
it.
at being the gambler.
I'll gamble.
but
I like gambling.
You're also good at.
I don't know if I'm as good at the guessing. It depends on the topics.
What do you think we should do, Kevin?
Oh my god!
I think we can figure this out without Kevin.
It's got to be grueling for the listeners.
Yeah.
To listen to this, it has to be. Kevin is jumping out of his skin.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Okay, Denny's will be the gambler.
I love
Okay.
it.
Just go ahead and do that. Okay.
Kevin called me.
Thank you, Kevin, because we couldn't decide.
We couldn't decide. Listen to this.
Uh-huh. Okay, we're going to start off with Team Jaybird and Suits here and Do It Bitch. The first topic that we have up today is board games. Jaybird, how many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
Suits can name 4 board games.
Okay, going for 4 here. Denny's, what about Virginia?
Virginia can name 6 board games.
Wow, okay. What do you think, Jaybird?
Suits definitely can name 7.
Okay, and Denny's?
7 board games from Suits. Do it, bitch.
Okay, all right, 7 is the number.
It's a good call, Denny's.
All right,
like it's a
Suits, got to get 7 board games to get the point in 10 seconds. Your time begins now.
Monopoly Life, Candyland, Battleship, Sorry, Guess Who, Shoots and Ladders.
Shoots and ladders at the buzzer.
Suits!
I thought we had that.
That's impressive, man.
He did it.
I thought we had it.
That's my dog.
Wow.
Wow. Shoots and ladders. Suits and ladders.
Suits and ladders.
Loving it.
Suits
Hey,
and
save that for
ladders.
Thursday, Hush. It's joke jury material.
Wow.
I'm
That was
taking it
how
back.
it's done.
Oh, it's exciting, Suits. Chase it.
Yeah.
Dang, Suits.
Feel my heart racing.
All right, next topic we have here is common phobias, fears of. Fears of. Okay.
Do we have to say the scientific name or the?
No,
All right.
you can say, fear of this.
Thank
or
God.
Fear of that.
I know one.
Yeah, so we'll go with that. Okay. All right, so we're going to go with Virginia and Denny's here. Denny's, how many can Virginia name in 10 seconds?
Just fears of things in 10 seconds.
Yeah, common phobia list. Fears of things.
So it's a common phobia list.
Common phobias.
I can see this being a contentious.
I'm
Could
gonna.
be.
I'm
There's going to be fighting.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're actually, I'm looking here, and they're listed as common phobias and then unique phobias. So there is a list of common phobias that they have, and it looks like it's about 12 deep.
Okay, I love it. It's great.
Those
Common
are
phobias.
listed as common phobias. So there is a list of common phobias, 12 deep. So you'd have to name them off of this. So 12 would be your potential.
I am gonna start Virginia off. I bet you could do 6
Gonna go with 6.
common
Okay.
phobias.
6 common phobias. All right, Jaber, what do you think about with
The
Suits?
Kid the Prodigy can do 7.
Okay. Denny's.
7 phobias. Gosh, you got me on the 7 last time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say do it. Shoots and ladders.
Okay.
Suits and ladders.
Suits and ladders. Okay, kid.
Okay, Suits
7.
and ladders. Got to name 7 common phobias in 10 seconds. Your time begins now.
Arachnophobia, fear of heights, fear of snakes, fear of the water, fear of flying, fear of clowns, claustrophobia, fear of
That was 7.
Was it 7?
It
Did
was
you get
7. I think that was 7.
You got 7?
I think he got
I
7.
think you got 7 with claustrophobia.
Okay.
Claustrophobia, I think, was 7.
Are those all
Fear
common?
of clausters, yeah.
Yeah, those are everything that he had said up until that point. For some reason, I only had 6. I must have missed one. But if you guys are counting 7,
Did he have
I would
7?
love for him to only have 6.
I would too.
I think we need to go back and listen to the tape if Kevin said 6.
okay, I'll let people sound off. 'Cause I'm sure other people were counting as well. I probably just did it wrong. Would be my
Well,
guess.
you're trying to read too to see if it's common.
Doing a lot over there, and I think you're doing a hell of a job.
Thank you.
And are we going
Okay.
to take fear of clausters?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. let me see here because I got some of the texts are saying, okay, I've got one saying I only counted 6, and someone in the chat room says, no, he got 7. So, yeah.
Perfect.
Thanks for that.
You guys fight it out and just let us know.
Yeah. Okay.
I always hate playing when
I
there's
hear ya.
dinner at the table still.
Much to my dismay,
We'll figure
I did
that one
hear
out. So
7.
that's a questionable point. It looks like it probably is
I
going to
thought it was
Suits.
7.
Yeah. But we've got everybody right now in the KVJ TV chat room is saying 7. So
Play like this.
Suits is on fire.
He is on fire today.
Yeah,
I don't know
he
what
is.
he's
Those
drinking.
are all pretty solid 7, though, were they not?
7's so
yeah,
hard.
everything you did, I was reading it off the list. Yeah, I was trying to find it. That's I think why I lost 1 in there. So yeah, everybody's saying 7. So it's going to count.
7 today.
Yes! Whew.
How?
Dude's in fuego.
And Virginia the Witch is shook.
I'm shook.
I'm shook too.
Yeah, because it's already 2-zip and 1 more and y'all lose.
We've done nothing.
Yeah.
We've done nothing and we're losing.
Jeez.
You're right.
The one thing I've learned is always bet on Suits.
Suits and ladders.
Yeah.
He is on fire today. I don't know what's happening.
You guys could put it away with this one. The next topic is deli meats. Deli meats. This is what we're looking for here. Deli meats. Okay. Jaybird, how many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
Suits can name 2 deli meats.
2. Okay. All right, Denny's, what about Virginia?
Virginia can name 5 deli meats.
5 deli meats. Okay, we're going to play there. Jaybird, what do you think about with Suits?
Suits can definitely name 6.
Okay. What do you think, Denny's?
There's no way. I know I don't have faith in the Suits, but 6 deli meats.
Okay.
I'm just going on his food history. I'm going to say do it, Suits.
Okay.
You going to do it, bitch?
I'm doing do it.
Dang, he's calling him out again.
Because once you
That's
start getting
6.
past 6, it starts to get hard.
Okay, you've got to do 6 deli meats in 10 seconds here, Suits, for the win. For the win. Your time begins now.
Turkey, ham, pastrami, cow tongue, chicken, borzad. No, I got nothing.
I knew it. That's so hard.
It's hard.
Okay.
It's hard.
That's a hard one.
Food.
Cow's tongue is not
No.
deli
We were
meat. No.
My grandmother used to get that from the deli all the time. It was disgusting.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
You can't get cow
Is it
tongue
a deli
you
meat?
can't get
No,
cow-
I
you
don't
can
think
get
it's
it.
gonna
I wouldn't count it as a
No.
deli meat. It's in the delicatessen.
special-
Meat you can
meat.
get at the deli, but it doesn't
It's
make it a.
delicatessen, but I don't think I got enough anyway.
Yeah. No, you don't. Either way, the point is going to go to Virginia and Denny's. It's now 2-1.
Gosh, Suits,
It's
we let
the
him back in.
First to 3.
Just for the record, Suits, no one's giving you the tongue.
That's okay. I'll take the tongue. I'm good with the tongue.
But we are giving you the finger.
Sounded really weird.
Okay, Team Virginia and Denny's still alive here and do it, bitch.
Barely.
Oh my
Barely.
gosh, it's a tough.
Still, we have not gone.
Yes.
Next topic is children's party games. Children's party games. All right, that is the topic that we got here, and it is what's that?
And they have to be stuff we've heard of. It can't be some kind of like, oh, it was cottage cheese and shamrocks back in Ireland.
Yeah.
We've never heard of it.
It's gonna be a popular one.
Yeah.
One everybody plays.
Although cottage cheese and shamrocks is very fun.
I have not heard of that one.
Okay. Yeah, these are popular kid classic party games is what we're looking for. Okay, so let's see. We've got Virginia and Denny's. You get to set it, Denny's. How many can Virginia name in 10 seconds?
I bet you Virginia could do 4.
Okay. Jaber, what about Suits?
Suits can do 5.
Okay, Denny's.
I'm gonna say do it, Suits.
Okay,
5
gotta
kids
name
party
5
games?
kids party games in 10 seconds. This would be for a win. Okay. 10 seconds
Oh,
on the
gosh.
clock. Suits, your time begins now.
Pin the tail on the donkey, hide and seek, Marco Polo, tag, freeze dance, twister, pinata. That's another game.
Going
Oh,
7.
he's so on fire
I'm
today.
going to win.
Oh.
It's over. Shut down. It's a 3-1 thrashing.
Oh, man.
A 3-1
Twister is
thrashing.
the only one I'd call contention.
The witch can't even talk. When does that happen?
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
I'm speechless too that Suits knew that many.
Suits is just on it. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Love that
Twister
guy.
is the only one I'd argue, but he still got it.
Yeah.
He still got 6.
It was solid. Dang. Okay, that was whoa.
Suits, today you're a man.
Yeah.
Is that anybody contesting anything? This is the game where
I don't
you,
think so.
you don't celebrate too
No,
early.
I think it's all good. Some people are saying Battleship's not a board game. I'm going to take it though.
Battleship is absolutely a board game.
Yeah.
I thought about that one.
Because I
but
was
it
over
is.
here thinking about that.
Me too.
I would have said Battleship.
I'm gonna take it. Yeah, I think that all works. Everything works out. It's all good.
Okay.
It is a win. It is a punishment for Virginia and Denny's. Yeah.
I couldn't even play.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, you didn't even get to go.
I lost and I didn't even play.
Yeah.
Damn, Denny's.
All right. The punishment is for Virginia and Denny's. What are they going to be doing here? We'll let you know next. Okay. The punishment this week for Do It Bitch, the losing team, is going to be bonging some eggnog.
Oh,
Yay.
bonging.
Yeah.
Denny's does not do eggnog well.
I'm lactose intolerant.
So the punishment's really on us, Kev.
Wow.
You can't get more thick and rich and creamy. The second ingredient is cream.
This is a KVJ classic. We haven't done this in a minute. We have a new bong and everything. Denny's
wow.
made this today.
He's so crafty.
He's great with making bongs.
Yes. Okay, it's got a big old hose on it if you don't know what bonging is. And it's got a funnel at the top. You'll be filling up the funnel, and then you've got to just shoot that eggnog right down your throat. And,
This is going to look like an adult movie. I'm just telling you right now.
now, do we have any booze in our eggnog, or is it just...
I mean, we've got
okay.
booze. Do you want booze in the nog?
Probably not a good idea. Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
trying to get us turned.
Kevin trying to kill us.
I was just curious. I just want to make sure first.
I do love fire nog. It's when you put fireball in eggnog, but I don't know if it'd be smart for us to bong it.
It's 210 calories per teaspoon.
So I'm going to get fat and crap my pants. Awesome.
So when will this kick in for you?
Oh, 20 minutes. I'm a fast reactor.
Man, I hate milk so much. Oh, I'm so bummed about this.
I hate to say this to you, Denny's, but do it, bitch.
Yeah. If you don't know anything about eggnog, it's whipped egg whites, sugar, whole milk, heavy cream, some spices, and then the optional booze.
Do you think a lot of people don't know what eggnog is? Is eggnog one of those things where a lot
just to break down the ingredients, if you're lactose intolerant, not a good drink.
No, it's not. Yeah, if you're looking at it. Yeah, heavy cream, whole milk, I would imagine it's not your friend. Even the whipped egg whites.
Yeah.
Could be questionable.
I did my total optimal wellness check. I am egg sensitive now. That's a fun new thing I've developed.
Wow. Okay. All right. We've got Virginia and Denny's here paying off their do it bitch punishment by bonging some nog. Okay, Denny's is filling it up
you
here
going
for
first?
Virginia.
Okay, Denny's is going
gonna go first. Okay. Gonna film this, see how it does. Is he going to squirt all over him, or is he going to be able to take it all down? Get your mind out of the gutter,
That's a lot.
man.
That's a lot.
Get your mind out of the gutter. All right. Here we go. Okay, can Denny's knock down this whole thing of nog? Okay, all right. He's on KVJ TV. You can watch us on YouTube. He's got the funnel up. He's gunking it down. It's dripping down the side of his face.
Oh.
Smile for the camera. Let's see it, Denny's. Oh, yeah. Oh, Denny's is trying to hold it. Oh, look at that face. Oh, that looks. Oh. Wow, my gosh. Oh, Denny's. Oh, gosh. Oh, Denny's is not doing what he looks like.
great.
You look like you've been victimized. Oh, my gosh.
Was the opposite of smooth.
Oh, that didn't go down well.
Did it go down the wrong pipe?
Oh,
it did.
Gosh, that was tough, Denny's. Okay, is Virginia going to be a little bit smoother with her eggnog bong here? We got a bong, a funnel, and a hose all filled up. There's eggnog in it. Then he's about killed himself, choked on his eggnog. Okay, Virginia's there, smiling pretty on KVJ TV.
All right, let me move this over.
Okay, let's see how she can do here.
Get real close to the bird.
Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, Virginia, ready to knock down your eggnog?
I don't really know how to do this. So I just hold it up and straighten the hose.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so there's a kink in the hose right now. So, yeah, you'll hold it up, unbend the kink, put it in your mouth, and let it all go down. Try to open up that nozzle. Make this thing happen. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
All right, here goes Virginia, bonging some eggnog. Oh, it's...
Whoa. Oh, it's on the dress.
Oh,
It's
man.
on the witch's dress.
Yeah, she's got it dripping down her chin. It's on her chest.
I got it on.
And there she goes, kind of dripping all over.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks pornographic.
Yeah, it does.
I told you.
This whole segment, if you're not watching,
Yikes. Wow. Whoa.
you
Okay. If you've ever wondered what Virginia would look like in an adult film, and you just saw it.
It's delicious.
do you like it?
I do love eggnog. Bad news for you.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really a punishment for her.
Yeah.
I never
Okay.
bonged like that, I don't think.
You haven't?
That was fun.
You like that, huh?
I did.
Yeah, it's fun. If you want to do that, a little eggnog,
Thank you.
take it to a party. Oh, yeah. Some people are saying it's gross, and a lot of the guys are saying, I love that.
Yeah, our numbers are up on YouTube.
It's really kind of divided on how people feel about watching that. You want to go back and see it later? It's on demand on KVJ TV. Is the Whacked Out News theme there?
Oh, the whacked out news theme?
Yeah.
Damn.
Just went kaboom.
Well, you got a new do it, bitch.
Disappeared.
So,
We'll get to that coming up here in just a second. Big shock. We got more cocaine's in the Whacked Out News today.
Is it Florida?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, real shocker.
Sweet.
We'll let you know how much and exactly where.
It's going to be a white Christmas, y'all.
We are the cocaine state, right?
Yeah, we are.
Out of all of the states,
Yeah.
we are the cocaine.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's our position. We dangle down there. We're the big spot. Everybody comes through, mainly South Florida, but yeah. It's what happens.
And meth is what? Not Tennessee.
Meth is more the hillbilly country. It's bad in my neck of the woods, West Virginia, Kentucky.
Kentucky's bad.
I
Because
think-
remember, my dad, their old house was next to a chick
Yeah.
that was cooking meth.
So, but there's got to be a state that leads the way in meth.
I think Missouri, my old stomping grounds in Kansas City, I think they have, they're kind of like the meth capital, too.
Huh.
Yay, Missouri.
Yeah, it's a lot of that kind of like rural white population. Loves them some meth. That's just what it is. Well, we asked the question on the KVJ Show Facebook page. People freak out when I what? For me, it was cracking knuckles. Everybody's got something that's a little bit different. There's a viral video, and this dad shows that people freak out when he farts. He can just rock back and forth a couple of times and blow one out, Virginia. What a skill, huh?
I love it.
Yeah. And the family loves it. What fun is that, huh?
Hopefully that was at the Thanksgiving table.
Yes. No, it wasn't. We're all around the living room.
We are quite a species, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. What a skill set, huh? What a skill set. A lot of people were saying this, and I get it. Brandon said cough. Even just clearing your throat a little will get you several icy glazes.
Yes. Rocco's had a little persistent cough because he's got allergies. And I know what is going on. I've COVID tested him. He's negative. I know it's not COVID, but I can't send him to school. He's been home. He was home yesterday.
Yeah.
He's home again today.
Right.
Because he's got this allergy drip in the back of his throat that makes him cough.
Yeah.
And I can't send him to school.
We've had that. I think my kids missed 3 days because he just woke up with a little something, and then we had to get him tested, but we couldn't send him until then. Each time it turned out to be nothing.
Right.
But you can't take any chances today. So, yeah, I wonder what's going on with kids that are on the borderline of, getting too many sick days. Because remember, what is it? If after you get over 10, something like that, you're at risk of having to repeat the grade or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what else are you going to do?
The thing I do that freaks people out is it's weird because I'm the one freaking out, but then they freak out. And Virginia's seen it a couple times. If I fall asleep in one of those kind of like those weird narcoleptic states where I just go under and then I wake up quickly, I wake up in such a horrifying state of
He flails
and
because
it freaks people out.
he's either dying or falling in whatever dream he's having.
I get attempted murder a lot in my dreams.
Yes, yeah. If you startle from a dead sleep.
They haven't got me yet.
Jackson said, people freak out when I drive hands-free with only my knees.
I can see that.
Totally.
Anybody here a knee driver?
I have done it.
Hell no.
I've done it.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
Sometimes I'll be trying to get down on some fried chicken while I'm driving.
Yeah.
And nothing is worse than grabbing the wheel and putting like chicken grease on the steering
tough to
wheel.
do.
So I'll give it a knee.
Yeah. Well, I like to juggle when I drive.
I eat soup.
Yeah, it's tough to do. Melinda said, thing I do that makes people freak out, I eat the rinds of lemons and oranges. And everybody's like, ew, what are you doing?
I get it.
What does that do to your insides? That can't be good. I always heard it's supposed to hurt your tummy.
I would think it would. I think it'd just be tough to chew and to get down, but apparently she just likes eating them.
But some people have these cow stomachs where they can eat anything, man.
There's like oils and zest in the rind that I think is yummy.
Okay, apparently she likes it too, but it makes people freak out. Ann said people freak out when I put the toilet paper on going under instead of over. Yeah. Abigail said people freak out when I bite ice cream.
I bite ice cream too. I chew it. I eat it like a sandwich.
If anybody has sensitive teeth, they just see that like,
oh man, I love chewing ice cream.
Andy said people freak out when I separate any colored candy like M&Ms into colors and eat one color at a time.
Coworkers freak out because I've done this just for fun to see. Coworkers freak out if you eat a banana and don't break eye contact with them.
Yeah, because it's very sexual at that point. It's very carnal. The very carnal
funny.
look, it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Mary said people freak out when I call them into a meeting unexpectedly. I'm the head of HR.
Oh.
You know what you're doing. And you love it, don't you? You love it. If you're the head of HR, you can call them for anything.
Jaber, can you come see me real quick?
I would think I'm done.
We couldn't narrow it down to what we did because there's probably about 6 things this week we should be written up for.
Well, I remember when I worked at the golf course, the fancy one. They had
Schmadmiral Schmo.
They had a legit HR department.
Yeah.
I mean, you just paperwork and
a lot of
suits.
reputable places do.
I mean, they had that kind of official air condition when you're waiting in there, and they put it extra cold to ice you out.
Yeah.
Did they have suits and ladders though?
They did not, but yeah, it was very. It was just official.
They set up the entire environment just to mess with you.
And if you had to go to the human resources, that knew you had to take a drug test because they knew
It was never good.
It was never good.
They wouldn't call you there for a raise
No.
or to give you candy. No. Yeah, it's not a good thing. Grant said people freak out when I do wheelies in my wheelchair. Not sure why, though. Just step back and enjoy the show.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I would be nervous. If I saw that, I would be really nervous.
No,
Please don't
it.
fall. Please don't fall. Not on my watch.
I know Grant, so that's why I wouldn't be nervous.
Yeah.
That cat can handle it.
We all know Grant, but I'm still going to be nervous because I don't want Grant to fall.
Wheelie away, Grant.
Grant's seen me fall a lot.
Don't fall on Grant.
No.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news.
Yeah, what?
So many people on meth. Ow!
Yeah. Got more cocaine. Not really a news flash in South Florida, though. The only question is how much and where. More than $1 million worth of blow just found floating off the coast of the Keys. They say that it was about 69 pounds, if you're wondering how much, of cocaine.
If you're reading this story, it means somebody found it and did the right thing and turned it into the cops. Mm-hmm. What a sucker.
Yeah.
So is it the right thing, one asks?
It's the right thing, yeah, if you're a Boy Scout.
Yeah, everybody's just tempted with that game. 69 pounds of cocaine. I've got, in a sense, $1 million sitting in my lap.
See, I'm on the other way. If I find the money instead of the cocaine, I'm more likely to keep the money, not the cocaine. The cocaine, now you got to get someone involved.
It's a lot to
do. You got to
do.
break it up or you got to sell it whole. I don't know.
A lot to do. It's not an easy thing to sell.
The money, baby, we just get to keep it and hope that no one's watching.
No, we give it to a guy. We know a guy.
Okay. All right.
That guy would be dead.
That guy's DEA.
DEAD, dead.
You don't think we can slick and pull this off?
We're either gonna get it done by the DAA or the DEAD, dead or DEA.
Well, things are going rough for the Philadelphia Flyers. The NHL, the hockey team, is on an 8-game losing streak. They just fired their head coach, and they brought out some police canine dogs out on the ice to pay tribute to them. And to add insult to injury, one of the police dogs started taking a big old dump right on the logo on center ice.
Damn.
Everybody's laughing at the team and everything else. I can't get the dog to stop. The dog's like, ha, ha, ha. You know, and just...
They paid that dog $20 to poop on the logo.
Yeah, just a tough night for the Flyers, so not going well for them.
It's tough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you hear about this CEO of Better.com?
What's Better.com?
It's a website. There was a video where the CEO posted a video, or somebody posted a video of the CEO letting the people who work for this digital mortgage company know right before the holidays that they were terminated. 900 employees are in this chat, and he opens up by saying, well, if you guys are watching me, it means you've been laid off.
Oh.
9% of the company let go. And it's going viral, and people are like, dude, like now? Like, you couldn't wait a month?
And that's how he did it, too.
And he did it on, a big old chat.
You said his first name was Ebenezer?
You would think, right?
He's not better.
No.
Don't use Better.com.
It should be worse.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way that guy's not getting trashed.
Yeah. Oh, he is. He's getting massively
Yes, I think he
trashed.
needs to change everything. He's got to change his name.
Massively trash. And the problem now is, maybe you'd play hooky from a lot of those Zoom calls that you would have. Now they say Zoom is releasing some new features, and one of them makes it easier for hosts to see which guests have and haven't joined. So if you want to bail out of the meeting where you're going to get fired, you can't, because they'll know if you're present or not.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
So people who've been sneaking into big meetings late won't be able to do that now, thanks to Zoom. Thanks, man. Did you see this? A substitute teacher in Texas got sent home for not following protocol on Friday after he showed up with a karaoke machine and sang while students studied.
This is such a crazy clip.
Where's the
insane.
problem?
But it's such a... Listen how he's going for it.
Yeah, he is rocking out to some Britney Spears here.
You're toxic, I'm sipping on your weak taste of a poison terror. stereotype. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic?
Yes.
And I love what you do. Don't you know that you're toxic?
Get it, Daddy?
I mean, getting after it. A student filmed it.
Yeah.
I'm a
This is like,
fan.
what is he doing? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Why couldn't I have that substitute teacher?
And the crazy thing, they sent him home for that.
What? He's blasting it. The other teachers are probably going, what the
What
hell
is
is this
going
guy
on in there?
doing?
That
Yeah.
guy's making his life fun.
Like, what the hell is he doing? And they joined him. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah. There you go. I always love that, though. Did you ever have a teacher who did something interesting?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Drank every single day, 7th and 8th grade for every math class.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I had the teacher that would smell her shoes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We would be in class and we were supposed to be studying, and you would look up and she was just up sitting at her desk, taking her shoes off and like breathing in deeply.
In front of the kids?
In front of the whole class. I was in 3rd grade and we were like, that's weird, man.
And she didn't even hide it. I think I
No.
respect her more that she, well, I don't know. You got to hide that. I don't respect her more for that.
No, okay.
It just goes to show you how weird people are.
They are,
Yeah.
especially back then when you didn't have the internet and cameras around. All people could just be weird and
Yeah.
get away with it more.
Love it, yeah. Yeah, what do you have? What's the craziest thing you ever saw a teacher do? You can let us know, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. There was a man that got arrested last weekend after threatening people with a gun at a bowling alley in Pennsylvania. And before the officers could restrain him, he kicked and headbutted a cop.
Oh, my.
Yeah, the guy was heavily intoxicated.
It's not going to work out well for you, dude.
No, no.
He asked the police to spare him.
Hey, all right. A little bowling humor.
Are you going to be here all week?
All week, unfortunately, for you guys.
And there were a group of friends in South America that dug up a man's corpse to take him out on one last motorcycle ride.
Aw, weekend at Bernie's.
It was kind of crazy because I saw a little bit of the video and they had 3 guys on the motorcycle. The guy in the middle was dead.
I respect
And he
this.
was just laying his head on the guy who was driving the motorcycle's shoulder.
I respect it.
Yeah, they say that police say that, look, we consider funerals to be a private matter, and if there are no complaints, we don't have a problem with it. So you can dig up your friends and take them on one last motorcycle ride, throw them back in their coffin, and put them in the ground.
When I'm gone, as long as you guys get me underneath that tree I want, before that process, you guys can do whatever you want to my body.
Really?
Yep, whatever you want.
You heard it here, Virginia.
All butt stuff.
Whatever you got to do to get through the night. Just
Yeah.
make sure after you're done with me, I'm below that tree. That's all I want.
Okay, Jayberry's spoken.
Will you be mad if we bury you, but only your butt is like just sticking out?
I don't think you're not supposed to take grudges to the afterlife, right? I can take a good joke.
Yeah.
I know you're not supposed to take grudges to the afterlife, but I still feel like your mom and Aunt Ann don't like Kevin.
Oh, yeah, wherever they are.
Wherever they
still-
are,
yeah.
even in heaven.
Up there
It's in a
heaven, they're-
heavenly way, but
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that Kevin, that son of a gun.
No, Kevin.
Boy, we've had some weird teachers, haven't we? Including this one that went viral when he set up a karaoke machine and started jamming out in class.
You're toxic, I'm sipping on your weak taste of a poison stereotype. I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic?
He brings it, by the way.
He
Yeah.
really does. He's a performer, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Well, unfortunately, the teacher was sent home that day.
I want to go do karaoke with that guy.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Well, I guess the students, they were supposed to be studying, and he's putting on a karaoke show.
Someone tells me he had this plan, but whatever. Substitute. We have a substitute. It's supposed to be the fun day, right?
Yeah, that's a goof-off day. Brings it a karaoke machine. I'm ready for class. So did you ever have a teacher exhibit some strange behavior back in the day? A lot of very intriguing stories. I think we've all had this. One text said, yeah, my freshman geometry teacher would make all of her classes watch her episode of Star Search. She was a dancer, but didn't make it past the first round because Britney Spears was on the same episode as her.
Shut up.
Yeah, I think she was a little bitter about the trajectory of her life. She sees Britney Spears doing great, and here she is teaching us.
Oh boy, yeah, you guys went different ways.
Yeah, she was still upset about it. Listen to this. Boy, back in the day, there's some interesting stuff teachers were doing. Somebody said back in the early 80s, I went to Green Acres Elementary, and once a month, my 4th grade teacher would pick the student of the month, then during class would drive the student to the pizza place, get pizza for the whole class, but they would leave us all alone. And it was like a normal thing.
Wow.
What year was that?
In the early 80s.
Yeah, it's got to be the 80s.
And you
man.
don't say nothing. If you're in that class, you know pizza is on the way. You don't say nothing to parents, teachers, administrators.
Kids knew how to keep a pizza secret back in the day.
Yeah.
But now the kids would blow the cover
would.
on that
They'd ruin it.
Blow spot.
But that is
Blow
such
spot.
a 1980s story.
Yes. They're just sitting there as they run off to the pizza joint.
And I'm sure the teacher's probably smoking in the car with the kid.
Yes, I'm sure. It's probably not even a cigarette. Okay, what is the strange thing your teacher did? Somebody said I had a math teacher in high school poop her pants in class. She tried to run out of the room, but it was too late. Courtney sent that in.
Oh, that's
I mean,
terrible.
that's just an accident right there. That's all that is.
Good luck
tough.
shaking that.
Yeah, that's tough.
Kids are going to talk about that for 10 years.
You have to leave the district.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Another person said, I had a high school math teacher that would take off one article of clothing for every answer we got right. And yes, she was smoking hot. This was in the 90s.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
How
you
do you
get it
get-
right, I'll take, oh, my gosh.
Jay Bird all of a sudden is into math.
All of a sudden, I understand algebra. I'm paying attention more.
All the boys are sitting up front. Got my attention. Somebody else texted in and said, my junior year, I had another teacher who would like to say to the girls, hey, come here and sit on my lap and tell me about your day. I came home, I told my mom about it. She was furious. She ended up going to the school and trying to fight the teacher. They had to call police on my mom because she would not get away from this guy. And to this day, she says it was well worth the assault charge she got. They also fired the teacher, too.
It was a guy teacher.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, the one weird teacher that I'm talking about, I had him for 7th and 8th grade, and he was always, he had to have been drunk. He smelled like booze.
Yeah.
But he would always serenade the girls and grab their hand and get right to their face and start to sing. And they would get so uncomfortable. And the one girl called them out in front of everybody, and then he screamed at her in front of everybody.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, why are you trying to embarrass me?
Whoa.
Yeah. It was so uncomfortable.
She should have yelled back.
I think everyone was scared.
Yeah.
Somebody said in this text, they said, in 7th grade, my geography teacher had a skirt on and no underwear, and we could tell. We could see everything.
What?
And so she's sitting at her desk. We're taking a test, and we were hearing these odd noises. And we started looking around and then looking at her, and oh, yeah, right in class, she's up there flicking the bean. She thought nobody could see, but the way her desk was set up, we could clearly see where her hand was and what she was doing. It was crazy.
Shut up. The teacher?
Yeah.
In class?
That's
7th grade geography.
Jason is so turned on right now.
You can't say that because 7th grade. What are you doing?
That's insane, huh? Wow.
7th grade?
Yeah. The strange thing your teacher did, somebody texted in and said, yeah, our teacher made us chant to Satan. And it was at a Christian school. Needless to say, he was promptly fired.
I went to a private school. It was a religious school. And
Give me an S.
We were there for 3 months.
What's that
It's
spell?
different.
Satan, Satan,
Okay, what are we
Satan.
doing here? What are
We
doing?
noticed the private schools are a little different.
Oh, my goodness. Some crazy stories. Somebody said my 11th grade literature teacher, Mr. Hammer, he was a Vietnam vet with severe PTSD.
Oh, bless his heart.
Yeah, one day while we were reading Romeo and Juliet aloud, he just jumped up on his desk and started crowing like a rooster.
Wow.
You finally got to him.
I don't know. Maybe something in there triggered.
That's a lot.
Somebody else said my 9th grade history teacher said there will be no quiz today, then started laughing like the Joker. Ha 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 ha. Then fell over and died from a heart attack. What the heck?
He worked himself up into death.
There
You'd be
really,
like-
there really was no quiz.
Yes.
His finishing move was pretty awesome.
Wow. Crazy. Suit, you
You
got a
got one?
story?
Yeah, I had a teacher who he would always have quite a temper. He would scream a lot when he was angry about anything, but he had really bad fake teeth. And one time as he was screaming, they flew out of his mouth and hit the kid in the face that he was yelling at. I've never seen anything like it.
That's good stuff.
That's rich.
Oh my God!
And how do you bounce back as the teacher?
I don't know.
You can't stay mad, right?
You can't.
It was really rough.
Yeah.
I think you need to leave for the day.
Yeah, go home.
Personal day.
Yeah.
Thank you, Suits and Ladders.
Wow. All right. I got a story you want to share. 877-979-WRMF. You can call, text. Always get a hold of us here at the KVJ Show. Do you think it's time for a divorce? Unfortunately, I know a lot of people are asking this question, and in a lot of marriages, you probably will have a time where you may be going, I don't know. Should I get out of this thing? It's not going so well. Here's a quick little quiz that you can take from Huffington Post, answering true or false to see if it is time for you to finally drop that person you're with. Question number 1. In the last 6 months, my spouse has changed their exercise, dress, and grooming regimen to look younger or fitter. Is that true or false? They always say it's one of the big signs that they will be cheating on you is that they all of a sudden are doing different things to better themselves for seemingly no reason.
My mom would always say that. If a man's changing up his facial hair, he's stepping out. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
That was the sign. Huh?
That's why Randy wasn't allowed to cut that mustache.
Yeah, right.
She would have been like, who you boning?
You're so right.
Okay, is it time for a divorce? Question number 2. I have not had sex with my spouse in over 1 month. Okay, is that true or not true? Question number 3. I suspect that my spouse is cheating. So do you feel that way? 4. I can't remember the last time sex was good. Be counting how many true or false you're saying to all these.
You taking this down?
I am.
I can't remember why I married my spouse in the first place. Is that true or false? I don't have access to the marital accounts, or the access that I have is very limited. True or false? I am currently involved in a romantic relationship with someone other than my spouse.
Well, I mean,
Duh.
that one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Uh-huh. My spouse has been diagnosed with a mental disorder or disease and fails to seek counseling or medical treatment. Number 9, my spouse has an addiction to drugs, alcohol, porn, gambling, shopping, etc., but fails to seek treatment to address the addiction. And number 10, we fight more than we laugh. Okay. How many truths do you have out of those 10 questions? If you've got true to 1 or 2, you're probably in need of some marital counseling or a good old-fashioned date night, but there's nothing too troubling. If you've done 2 to 5 questions answering true, your marriage is salvageable, but it's going to take a lot of work. And you got to ask yourself, does my desire to fix this marriage outweigh my exhaustion at trying to do so? I think a lot of people might find themselves in that place. And if so, then you should explore marital counseling, they say. You are definitely in that zone. If you got 2 to 5 truths, get counseling. And if you said true to more than 5, contact a family attorney because you need to understand what your rights are and now, because it's not going to really work. You may be past the point of any kind of help.
There's a few of them on there. Just one alone on my end would be, we are done.
I know.
It's divorce.
These are pretty heavy.
I mean, you're talking 5 or 7. How long do you got to wait till it goes south?
Yeah, well, I mean, the one where you're currently in a romantic relationship with somebody else. I mean,
We're done.
hello.
You've already moved on.
Hello.
We fight more than we laugh. Bye.
Yeah. No, what is the point? What is the point? And there's another interesting telltale sign about how you've met your spouses or whether or not you're going to stay together. They say married couples who meet online are 6 times more likely to divorce within the first 3 years than those who meet through family or friends.
Well, think about it. I know a few people, they didn't know the person that they were with until 6 or 7 months. They had contact through computer or, email or text, but they didn't really spend time together. They gotta be in the room with somebody for more than a day.
Face to face is how you figure it out.
Well, how do you know you guys will be compatible around other people?
And people can lie about who they are on the computer.
It's so easy to do.
We do it all the time.
Yeah. Well, I think, with a lot of this, too, it's about the obligation you feel and how hard is it to get out of your marriage. I think some people stay in marriages because it's hard for many reasons. One, they have kids, they don't have enough money, or they've got connections with friends and family, and it's such an intricate web sometimes that when you've been married and for a while, the relationship touches everybody from all of your friends and your family, and you're saying, gosh, if I blew this thing up, I would be isolated on an island all by myself, and some people feel like I don't want to go through that.
You're 110% right. It's easy to be a goofy jackass on the air and say, "Oh, just leave." There's a lot to it. For every situation is different, and for some, you're right. When there's kids involved, it gets real messy.
Well, I've talked. Sadly, I hear from so many people that would, if it were easy and they could just walk out and be in another residence tonight and not have any strings, and it'd be like, all right, that's all good. Do you know how many people would not be married today if it was that easy to walk out of a marriage?
Let me do the data real quick.
It'd be like 80%. It would be stunning.
Every one of my friends. No, just kidding.
Excluding Panda.
Oh, Panda is happy as a clam, Kev.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and some people even in the KVJ TV chat saying, it took us 20 years to realize that we were just meant to be friends. Plus, you grow over time in different ways, different interests. And
it's true.
I believe
it is
that.
tough. It is
if you
tough.
don't grow together, Kevin, you grow apart.
No, it is.
Heart paper, heart paper.
Yeah. There you go.
If the dong ain't long, it's got to be wrong.
That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said something.
That was just to get your goat.
I almost said something. I almost battle rapped you right there. I almost came up with another term.
Why are you so taking it personal? You're not even married.
No, but I just got to realize sometimes we're not on the podcast. I got to reel it in. So do you.
So do you. You're due. Another interesting thing that we had here was we'd asked the question on the Facebook page not too long ago, why you were single. That was an interesting read as well. And it was a lot of people, and especially I think more than ever, people just love their freedom and love being able to roam and do whatever they want to do.
It doesn't suck.
Yeah. Bird is, look at he's free bird.
He's the envy of all his married dude friends. Mm-hmm. And they come over and they walk around his house and they just sigh.
They all what happens is they always know something's wrong because they come to my house on a bike and they live in Tequesta. They'll travel 4 hours on a bike to get away.
That's funny, but it's not funny.
There's pain in comedy. Comedy and pain.
Virginia's all fired up about this. Netflix raising their rates. What? You got the same email that I did, and it was talking about new pricing, and it says the cost of your Netflix plan has changed. It will take effect on December 9th, 2021.
It's a matter of days. There's the urgency.
Yeah, you can view your updated membership details by visiting your account. That would be a link to click on.
Click on your account right here.
New plan price, $23.99. I'm like, wait a minute. What is the going rate on Netflix now? Is it? I thought it was around $15.
It's $13.99.
Okay. So, so you jump it up by $10. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, I got mad.
And it gets you angry.
Yes.
And then you're like, oh, yeah, well, that's over how much I am going to pay for Netflix. I'm sure we all have our price. How much is it worth to you? And clearly right now, people are saying, yeah, I'll pay $13.99 a month for Netflix. $23.99. No way. I'm going right to my account. I'm canceling. They got you. There are so many scams going out there, and it is so tricky that they will play with your emotions, get you angry in a moment where you got a blind spot. You click on a link, next thing you know, they got all your information, your Bitcoin's gone. Yeah, if you look at the address this is from, it's Netflix at pricing/details.com. Now, they train us about this all the time here where we work because they will go in and they can backdoor into your computer system and take everything hostage, and they'll want millions of dollars to release everything.
And because you got it and I got it, Kevin, I bet you they sent it through our company trying to get access to our company's email.
Work scared me straight from getting backdoored. It ain't going to happen to me. I won't even click. I don't even check work emails anymore. I'm not bringing us down.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Everything my boss sends me, I delete it immediately.
Well, I mean,
I'm not getting fooled.
If you want to get a hold of me, you know where I'm at.
Well, I mean, think about how crafty they've gotten to trick you, telling you the rate is going up in 2 days, telling you it's going up $10. They're getting really good at hitting your buttons.
Not only that, then work. They set up their own fake trap emails to try to get you. Now I'm dealing with scammers and I'm dealing with fake trap emails from people I work with. I can't trust none of you.
He hasn't answered an email since 2019.
And you're doing it right.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I'm not even. What's going to be easier? Oh, Jay Bird didn't answer that email, or Jay Bird got us sued for $100,000.
Yeah.
Just be mad at me for not answering the email.
Yeah, they sent us an email. They said, hey, we want to test you on your knowledge about phishing scams. Click here. And I'm like, I'm not clicking there.
I know.
no.
I said the same thing.
I'm not taking the test. I'm not falling for your trick. They'll be like, aha, we got you. You're fired. You clicked on the phishing link.
You've gotten so clever with this system. Now I'm done with you.
How do we know which one is a scam and which one is real?
Yeah.
We don't, so we don't click.
If you want to get a hold of me, I'm here from 6 to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday.
Right. I've quit email.
Yeah.
Hit a
Too
bitch
many
up
bad things.
old-fashioned style, face-to-face.
Yeah.
Stop scaring me.
So just kind of giving you a heads up, if you got that and you got emotional and you clicked on it, and you know the thing about it too, they get you again here because they say to change your email preferences. You're like, oh, I don't want this email. You could click on that too, so that you don't receive this email anymore. Except when you click on that link, they're going to take all your information. So it's a double whammy. It's all throughout this whole email. So if you got the email about the Netflix rates going up, it would be a phishing scam.
Phishing scam. And then
Fishing with a P.
And then phishing entrapment we have to deal with too. There's sting operations for the phishing emails.
Since when are you allowed to change the spelling of a word? Fishing with a P, that's not even legal.
Fat, P-H-A-T, dog.
That one's
dog, D-A-W-G. I can go on.
Yeah. I would say that I am getting 3 phishing emails a day now.
Yep.
From different things. And it is unfortunate because I am so jaded. I do get the conversation be like, hey, you never got back to me on that email. I'm like, oh, I thought you were phishing me. So I really
totally.
I am actually deleting some important emails because I'm like, when in doubt, delete.
Don't even go near it anymore.
Yeah.
Don't want it.
Don't want it. It's crazy.
Work emails trigger me.
Trigger, huh?
You snowflake.
Yes.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Now, Virginia, you're telling me about this party your sister went to, and this sounds like a scam, too. She was invited to a steak dinner, but they told her to bring her own steak.
What?
This is some Kentucky BS. My sweet sister Caitlin, who lives up in Bowling Green, Kentucky, in the sticks.
Sister.
She's adorable. I love her. I love her even more the more I get to know her. And she was explaining that one of her hillbilly friends' parents, who don't have a lot of money, they wanted to throw a big party and they couldn't figure out how to be able to do it. So they figured, oh, we're going to tell everybody that we're having a big steak party, but it's BYOS. Bring your own steak.
Bring your own steak.
That's not a steak party. I mean, I guess it is a steak party, but it's a broke down steak
So
party.
you roll up with your own raw meat, and they've got the grill set up, and everybody would put their own meat on the grill. Bring your own steak in Kentucky.
Okay, is that completely low budget? It's like, we go to bring your own steak party.
I love it. I think it's awesome. But I think if you are throwing that, you should have some steaks there already cooking for the people. But I do love
steaks aren't cheap though.
I know you don't have to go crazy. Just have something on the grill to get it
This
going.
is Kentucky. I do appreciate that.
I don't hate that idea.
I don't hate it either. I was torn between, these cheap bastards, and I kind of like the fun of bring your own steak.
I think it's
Right.
so fun. I love it.
I mean, we have potlucks where you got to bring in, your food on that. It's kind of like that, but it's just bring your own steak.
It looks weird if you don't have steaks on the grill already going. If you just, where's the steaks at? And you don't have any steaks.
No steaks got here yet.
Yeah.
We're hoping to get some in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, so if you're ever invited to a Kentucky steak party,
just beware.
Don't go without your own meat. All right, there's still more KVJ on the way, the After the Show podcast. It is just unrated material that we do an extra 30 minutes just talking about random stuff we didn't get to on today's show or your comments about what happened on today's show. We get that, and you can find it on any of your podcast apps, including the WRMF app, or watch it on demand on YouTube. All right, Bird, before we get to that, if you would wrap us up here with your thought for the day.
Just waiting for Virginia to get off her phone.
Sorry, I'm answering messages on the KVJ Instagram, doing my job.
Gotcha. Say, are they hate emails to you?
I'm answering my own email. We
So
hate
nice.
that bitch. I hate her too.
Yes.
It's fun when you get those messages.
If you want to achieve greatness, stop asking for permission.
Okay.
Take it.
Do it, bitch.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.